Alrighty guys, welcome to Monday afternoon football. The big freeze today. Massive game for both teams, both in the top four. Game is in readiness. Umpire bounces it down for this massive game. Gawn gets the first tap, hits it out wide, going through Viney and Pendlebury. Pendlebury will get the first clearance out the back. Gets a left foot kick around the body towards the wing. McQuarrie and Lever fight for it. Lever gets the hands free, did nicely. Langdon over the top to Sparrow. Sparrow just handballs it into space. Makes Petrarca go for it. Smith gave it to Petrarca. They got a little bit of the overlap here, the D's. Neil Bullen left it behind. Taps it out there. Dacos and Smith run for it. Smith kept it in front of him, then lost it. Lipinski in for his first game of the year. Kicks it long to Mitchell. Kicks it long through Mitchell. Myercheck fought hard. Crisp gets tackled well from Sparrow. And it'll be a stoppage. Tough game for both. This will be a tough game today. The D's need to win this one to keep in touch with the top two. Currently, Port Adelaide have a 3-game advantage on Melbourne, who are currently third. Subs are James Jordan for the Demons, Oleg Markov for Collingwood. In the middle, here go the D's. Chandler out to Salem. He gets it on the left boot towards the forward 50. Fritsch on the lead, reaches out and takes the mark. Immediately plays on. Fritsch goes long towards the top of the goal square. Pickett and Quaynor did well. On the ground is Smith. Gets tackled well. Gives off to Pickett. Pickett snaps on goal. And gets the first score. Quaynor did brilliantly. Always a great one-on-one defender. And was able to stop that one from being an easy goal. Nick Dacos will take the kick in here for the Pies. The Dacos plays on. Great conditions at the MCG today. Goes in short to Pendlebury. Pendlebury plays on. Just goes in short. He finds Mitchell. He gives it immediately off to Nick Dacos. He plays on. Down the wing. Great kick. He finds Cameron. And the Pies want to go. Hoskin Elliott has McQuarrie riding shotgun. Gives it straight to him. Over the top to Chris. They've got the overlap here, the Pies. Chris wants to keep going, but great tackle from behind from Ed Langdon. That's holding the ball. Great pressure from the D's. That was a great tackle from Ed Langdon. He gets the free kick inside the defensive 50. Looking to switch, goes to May. The D's want to go out to the open side. He finds Tomlinson, who kept his spot this week. Hunter with the football now. Goes in with a kick down the wing, but it's a poor option. Frampton cuts it off. Been a revelation this year. I said earlier on in the year, maybe about a month ago, he was arguably one of the best recruits of the year so far. He goes long towards the forward 50. Up goes Myercheck. Couldn't bring it down. Gets out the back. May fumbles at the crucial stage. Here go the Pies with the pressure. McQuarrie out to Lipinski. First goal back in the team. What a finish from Paddy Lipinski. First goal of the Big Freeze 9. Has not been in the main side all year. Paddy Lipinski gets his opportunity and a great kick. Great start for the Pies. Just a poor kick coming out of the back half of the wing there from Lockie Hunter. And the Pies just went. Frampton took the mark, got the intercept. Didn't have too many options, so he just went long for Myercheck, who's always going to give a contest. Arguably an All-Australian form, Brody Myercheck. Got it to ground. Pies fought hard, and they get there first. Back in the middle. Gawn gets the knockdown, coming through his Pendlebury. Out to Mitchell. Through to Dacos. Good play. He just kicks a tumble punt forward. Salem read it well. Took the intercept mark. Salem at half-back. Doesn't have too many options. Then he's going to get called up by Lipinski. Got the kick away. Goes in short to Tomlinson. So he goes in short on the bounce to Hunter. Doesn't have too many options, Lockie Hunter. Collingwood have closed up all the routes so far. The kick goes to the ground in front of Petrarca. And here go the Pies once again. Quaynor on the wing. Poor handball to Lipinski. Gets taken down well by Sparrow. It'll be a ball up. Lipinski getting involved early. Umpire lobs it up once again. Got a little tap on that there, Cameron. But Gawn gets the clearance. High ball for Pickett. Great mark from Pickett in front on Maynard. So he's on centre wing. Again, though, they get locked up in the middle of the ground, the Demons. So he goes out wide, finds Petrarca. Massive game for him today with Clayton Oliver still out. He drives it long inside the forward 50. Back goes Cameron with the flight. Great mark from Darcy Cameron. How you doing, Stuart? So he goes across to find Murphy. Tucked up in the back pocket. Goes to Quaynor. Collingwood more than happy to go this slow fashion of football. Just pick through this Melbourne defence. He drives it long down the members' side wing. May should mark and does. Loves doing that, Stephen May. Works it back to Hibbert, who came in this week. Hibbert wants to switch. It's a great kick. Not much flight on it, so gave Lockie Hunter a chance to wheel and go. Decides not to. But now he does. He drives it into the forward pocket to a 2-on-1. Van Rooyen! Nearly marked it. Play on. Smith gets a handball out the back. Not a good one, though. Chandler's got to fight for it. Did well. Broke past 3 pies. Back to Salem. Usually a pretty good ball user, but great mark from Murphy intercepting. And the Pies can go here. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. So now McQuarrie at half-back gives off the handball. Pendlebury had to spin, but he got the ball eventually. Hoskin Elliott breaks the lever tackle and keeps going. Myercheck has an option inside the forward 50. Lipinski again. He can't gather it, though, and rolls out of bounds. Lipinski, I think, knows he wants to get his spot in this team. Doing everything he can early. Already got a goal. Getting back and forward in this one so far. Brody Grundy comes onto the field for the first time against his former side. Cameron knocks it down. Coming through was Mitchell. Couldn't gather it. Got a high one there. Play on. Crisp gives it to Adams. He was out of bounds. Play on. Sparrow grabs it in between his legs. Couldn't get the kick away. Viney gathers. Kick outside of the defensive 50. Will be coming back though. Dacos. Poor handball to his feet of his brother. Josh Dacos picks it up. Drives it inside the forward 50. Up goes Hoskin Elliott. Probably should have marked. McVee gathers. Gives it to Tomlinson on the 1-2. Then he kicks it short outside the defensive 50 to Salem. Here go the Demons, running outside the MCG wing. Hunter goes long with the kick. It's a high ball for Grundy. Murphy did well in front. On the ground. Couldn't grab it. Got a poor bounce there, Smith. But great work from Murphy on the ground. Kicks it around his body. Hoskin Elliott decides to just get it off the ground. Work it forward. Crisp over to Adams. Here they go about 50. Bobby Hill. He's been great this year. Bobby Hill drives it towards goal. But on the last line of defence is Max Gawn. Got no airtime on that ball, Bobby Hill. Been up and down footy so far. So now Langdon, half back, gives it off to Brayshaw, who plays on. Kick down the wing was poor, cut off by Noble. Here go the Pies once again. Cameron to Josh Dacos. Drives it inside the forward 50 to a leading Myercheck. What a kick that was. Myercheck led up straight, but Dacos saw the space inside the pocket. Made him run to there. Great pass. And a chance now for Myercheck to kick his first. Kicked 20 goals, 4 from set shots this year, Myercheck. Always been reliable. It's amazing to see that he was on the rookie list for Collingwood for so many years. He's been great for them. Kick here. Brody Myercheck goes towards goal. Fades to the right and gone. Maybe a behind. I think they're going to go look at this. Umpire believes it's a mark on the goal line. So he has... Well, that's close, actually, because of the goal post. I think they're paid it across the line. So this will be a behind for the Pies. So the score review comes through that it is a behind. So Collingwood get their first behind of the game. So Christian Salem will take the kicking duties for the Ds. So now Salem plays on, looking to go on the outer side. Hooks it back almost into the centre square. Up goes Grundy and Gawn. Gets out the back though. Pickett breaks the tackle at Dacos. Then a high ball towards the centre of the MCG was poor. Dacos cuts it off. This is Josh. Works it out towards the boundary, towards the commentator's side. Finds Bobby Hill. Still on the wing near the Pies. Works it in short. Finds Crisp. Got a couple Couple of options. He goes in short, finds Adams. Adams about 55 out from goal. He's got Mychek in the pocket here. Melbourne haven't really covered him. He decides to go longer than that. Up goes Hibberd, dropped the mark. McGuinness just came in as a late inclusion. Lipinski to Mitchell. Out to Hill. Now McGuinness. Over the top of his shoulder. Snaps it towards the forward pocket. Up goes Grundy. Takes the mark. So Brodie Grundy takes the mark. Not many boos to speak of. In fact, don't hear any at all. The Demons fans behind the goals were giving him a bunch of claps to show his support. Salem goes long, finds Gawn. He works it inside to Brayshaw. Here go the Demons. They can give this one to Grundy. He decides to handball it to his back. Grundy gathers it, then threw it. That's holding the ball. Plays on. Mitchell to Lipinski. Crisp. McGuinness got a poor handball. Gathered it well though. Breaks past Salem. Out wide to Hoskin Elliott. This will be a big chance here for the Pies. Works it into the forward pocket. And Johnson drops an easy one. Goes out of bounds. Brayshaw just handled that one. Took a bit of an extra second, which made Grundy think he was just going to run it. And then when the handball was delivered, it was into the number in the back of his jersey. Caused the poor play from the Demons. Back in the ruck, knocked down there from Gawn. Crisp around the body. Great finish for the Pies. They've got two. Great start for Collingwood. Easy as you like forward stoppage play there from the Pies. Jack Crisp just read that tap there from Gawn. Had no body pressure on him whatsoever. Easy as you like finish. That was pretty poor there from Brayshaw. Just lets Crisp run straight through the stoppage with no arm across. Easy as you like finish from Jack Crisp. The quality player that he is. Wouldn't miss from there. So Grundy inside the middle for the first time. Up against Mason Cox. Ball goes down. Grundy gets a little tap out. Sparrow gets tackled immediately from Pendlebury. Rolls out to Grundy. Did well. Gives it to Petrarca. He kicks it towards the forward 50. Spargo and Noble. Both of them fight for it. Noble gathers it. But great tackle from Spargo from behind. He threw that. Playing onto the call. Hunter drives it inside the forward 50. Not the best kick. Going back with the flight was Pickett. In the pocket now. Fritsch taps it to himself. Well done from Maynard. Breaks away. Short kick was good. Hit up Josh Dacos on the Telstra logo, just on the defensive 50. Pies just don't look like getting scored against at the moment. They look dangerous going forward. Dacos kick across the 50 was dangerous, but got to Frampton just in time. So Frampton's got Murphy in short. He goes there. Massive crowd at the MCG today, as you would expect for the Big Freeze. Showing the support for MND research. Murphy drives it long down the wing. One-on-one, Cox and Hibberd. Almost got a free kick there, Cox. Eventually gathers it, though, to Adams. Adams works it inside, and here go the Pies. Off they go. Crisp takes a bounce. Kicks it inside the forward 50. Not the best kick. Harrison, the young man, snaps around the body. Didn't get much connection on it, but he nails it. Harrison gets the goal. The Pies have got quick three. Got the quick three. They look good early. Just came on the ground, Harrison, I think. And Harvey Harrison kicks the goal. May have been a little bit surprising for him to hold his spot this week. But he did hold his spot. And he kicks a goal. Repays the favour to Craig McRae. Great work from the Pies here. Dacos gave it straight to Cox. The handball work from the Pies was brilliant. Worked it inside Adams. Found the free man who was crisp. Always a great ball user. Found Harrison out wide. He gathered. He didn't get the best connection on the snapshot, but landed inside the goal square, rolled through. Pies have got three. Cox in the ruck, gets a fist on it. Brayshaw just slaps it away. Then Cox does the same. Slaps it forward about 20 metres. Adams to Mitchell. That'll be a high free kick. Harrison takes the advantage. Here goes Josh Dacos inside the forward 50. Over it goes Tomlinson. McGuinness couldn't gather it though. Triples towards the boundary line and it's out of bounds inside the forward pocket for the Pies. Simon Goodwin looking very concerned at the moment. Melbourne have not looked the best inside their forward 50 this season. Well, especially the last month or so. Haven't been able to get a high score and Collingwood have blitzed them. Grundy knocks it down to Brayshaw. Gets it on the boot. High ball towards Crisp. He takes the mark going back with the flight. Great take. He started well, Jack Crisp. He plays on. Short kick inside the forward 50 to a leading Cox. Got the hands up. Couldn't take it. Petrarca out to Lever. Working it backwards to McVee. McVee with a kick outside the defensive 50 was poor. And the kick came off of Murphy's foot way too hard and that'll be deliberate. So the Demons take play on here at half back. Long kick to 2-on-1. Up goes Fritsch from behind. Brought it to ground. Maynard. Tackled by Van Rooyen. Got it out though. Chris with the handball to Mitchell. And the Pies get out once again. Here goes Hoskin Elliott. On the wing. Long kick towards the 1-on-1 inside the forward 50. But it's a poor option. May takes the mark and immediately goes. Fast game of footy at the moment. Goes out wide. Finds Hunter. Hunter works it back inside to Tomlinson. Still in their defensive 50 here, the D's. So he goes true centre half back, finds Rivers. Usually a pretty good ball user. Works it out wide to Viney. He's going to have a massive game today. Got to help out Petrarca. Kicks it to wide. That's a dangerous kick, but Brayshaw takes the mark. He's been hit hard here, Angus Brayshaw. Maynard got up a little bit late, smacked him across the head. He looks okay, Angus Brayshaw. So he goes long. Great kick. They've got a free man here. Jack Viney from 40. The D's need this one. And Jack Viney gets the goal. He gets the first of the afternoon for the Demons. Great finish from Jack Viney. Senior player Jack Viney has been overshadowed by his teammates in Clayton Oliver and Petrarca for a few years now, but still very important to this lineup. Great finish from Jack Viney. Had a good start, Jack Viney. Already had 4 touches. That's a goal. Great start. He's already had 2 clearances as well. Just made the distance. I think if maybe they had Mason Cox on the line there, it may have been touched, but John Noble couldn't get there. Demons got there first. Grundy against Cameron. Cameron gets it down. Couldn't gather it though. Sparrow. Back to Viney. He gathers it just in time to Brayshaw. Here go the Demons. They work it on top of the forward 50. Great kick to Chandler. Was all on his own. Has an option in short at Sparrow. Decides to go longer than that to Fritsch in a 1-on-1. Not a very good kick. Moore's all over him, and it's out of bounds, bound for a throw-in, just inside the forward 50 here for the Demons. Just a bit of a poor option there from Cade Chandler. He had an option just about 20 metres in front of him. I think it was Sparrow, who was all on his own, 30 metres out, pretty much straight in front, decided to go longer, and the kick wasn't the best. Knocks it down, Grundy. Noble gets out of there. Couldn't gather it, though, was Hoskin Elliott. Pendlebury has all the time in the world, it seems. Goes out wide, finds McQuarrie. Great kick. Chance of missing this week. Had an injury and was subbed out last week for the Pies. Just made it in time. Probably wouldn't have made it if it was a Saturday or Sunday game. Kicks it out wide. Finds McGuinness, who's the late inclusion. McGuinness goes in short. Finds Adams. Adams played on there. Wasn't paid. So he goes back to Maynard. 7.5 minutes to play in this first term. Maynard, true centre wing on the commentary side. Drives it long inside the forward 50. Oh, great mark there from Stephen May. Looked like Mychek was about to spoil that out of bounds, but May just caught it in the breadbasket. Drives it long. Van Rooyen goes up, but Darcy Moore from behind. All-Australian defender this season. He will be. Gets it off to Hoskin Elliott to McQuarrie. McQuarrie works it in short. That wasn't 15. Salem gathers it, handballs it up towards Neil Bullen, but Hoskin Elliott travels it over the line. There's a good option there from the... Demons just wasting the ball a little bit at the moment. They just can't get any sort of fluency in their game. Coming through was Brayshaw, couldn't gather it. Spargo, couldn't gather it either. Pendlebury gets tackled well. Mitchell lays a tackle in there as well. It'll be another stoppage. Just outside the forward 50 for the Pies. Gore knocks it down to Brayshaw. Handballs it out wide to space. Neil Bullen couldn't gather it. On the ground did well Sparrow, but he's kicked it towards the boundary line. This will be deliberate. A little bit tough, but it was always going to be paid. Nick Dacos will take the free kick on the wing. So Dacos works it back, finds Maynard. Pies lead it by 2 goals at the moment. Been very good so far. Demons got the last one courtesy of Jack Viney. Pies work it through half-back to Murphy. He drives it long inside the forward 50. Up goes Bobby Hill! Couldn't bring it down, though. That would have been a big mark. Sparrow gives off the handball to Grundy. Great 1-2. Now the Demons work it out wide. McVie gets dragged down from Hill. Didn't have the football, though. The Demons still have it. Hunter drives it long towards the one-on-one. It's Joel Smith. Great take. About 55 out from goal. Has an option at the top of the goal square. It's a 2-on-1. Van Rooyen and Fritsch. They both got in each other's way. Maynard can't gather it. Gets out to Fritsch in the end. Dacos tackles him well. It'll be another ball up. That was really poor from Bailey Fritsch. He should have just bodied up his opponent and let Van Rooyen take an easy mark. But he went up for the mark, got in the way of Van Rooyen, and the D's lose a big chance. Gorn takes it out. Grundy takes it out of the ruck. Fritsch couldn't gather it. Spills out of bounds inside the forward pocket here. He would have marked that if Fritsch didn't get in the way. Oh, I don't know what the commentators are saying, but anyway. Back in the ruck. Grundy knocks it down. Petrarca coming through. Couldn't gather it. Hoskin Elliott just goes up and under. Van Rooyen gives it out to Viney. Couldn't gather it in the crucial stages. 2 Pies drag him to ground. In the forward pocket still. Noble just puts it on the boot. Dangerous kick. And Kay Chandler cuts it off. John Noble, just crucial error there. He didn't have to. He had to kick it towards the boundary line. He didn't do that. He just blazed on the kick and just turned it right over to Kay Chandler, who went back with the flat. Great mark. And this probably isn't the best player to give it to, because Chandler this season has been pretty good in front of goals with the set shot. Locked his spot inside this forward line this season, Kay Chandler. Chance here to kick the Demons second. Not big angle. Holds that left goalpost and hits it in the end. So now Maynard in the back pocket, drives it long the broadcast side towards Cox in a 1-on-2. Gorn gets up, almost marked it. Mitchell can't get the handball free. Adams just surges it forward. Salem gets tackled well. It's still on the ground here. Mitchell gets tackled by Brayshaw. Could be high. Nothing doing. Be another ball up. So after a pretty blistering start from the Pies, the D's have caught back in the past 5 minutes. Gorn taps it at the back. Adams just gets a little kick on it. Harrison tries to get it off the ground. Couldn't. Tackles Salem. He gets the hands free. Petrarca to Viney. Here they go the Demons. Gorn's handball in front of Brayshaw. He gets it eventually. Rivers over the top of the handball. Chandler almost went to ground, then threw it away. Gets the tap away. Wasn't really tackled with possession. And now the Pies on the rebound. Noble and Mitchell. Over the top to Lipinski. Harrison. Now Noble's going to get dragged down. Here was Myercheck. Here go the Demons on the turnover. Hunter breaks the tackle with ease. Has an option inside. And it's Brodie Grundy. Hoskin Elliott just couldn't hold the tackle of Lockie Hunter. Got winded out of it too. Great hold, great strength from Lockie Hunter. Not known for that. But he was able to get that ball forward. And a chance here for Brodie Grundy against the old side. To kick a big goal for the Demons going into quarter time. Hoskin Elliott's yet to get up here. This could actually be a little bit more serious than just being winded. He gets away now. He's okay, it seems. Talking to the doc at the moment though. Not much of an angle to speak of. Brodie Grundy, about 30-35 metres out from goal. He'd love this, Brodie Grundy, against the former side. He comes in, Slow approach. Kicks towards goal. He's hooked it to the left. And it's gone through for a behind. Should have done better there, Grundy. So now Maynard will take the kick in. Still 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. He goes long towards the broadcast side. It's Cox in a 2-on-1. Langdon stands in front, couldn't gather it. In front there was Neil Bullen. Gets taken down by 2 Pies. Cox gets it out to Mitchell. And here goes Nick Dacos. Just puts it on the boot. Ball goes towards the wing. Salem in front, spores it away. Lever comes through nicely to Gawn. Out wide to Salem. It's still working it through hands to the D's. Langdon had an option over the top. Decides to go longer than that to a 1-on-1. Tumble punt towards Van Rooyen. He did well with the body. Taps it forward. Pendlebury. Always cool in that situation. And Spargo just wasn't clean. Trickles out of bounds. Hoskinelli will be fine. It seems it was just a pretty severe winding, if you could call it that. But he should be back pretty shortly. No, neither ruckman get it. Grundy can't gather it either. Gets his hands down to the ball, couldn't gather it. All players fighting hard. Mitchell in there as well. And another ball up. Demons have had the last 4 inside 50s. They're actually locking it inside their forward half at the moment. Haven't been able to convert on the scoreboard though. Grundy little tap out. Adams couldn't get it out. Another stoppage. Wouldn't be long before an umpire makes a weird decision here. Cameron knocks it down. Patrarca can't get it away. Viney snaps towards goal and he gets the hook on it. Just missed. He's looked dangerous early, Jack Viney. He's probably been the Demons' best so far. Just couldn't hook that one through though. So Maynard goes in short to Josh Dacos. Wasn't 15, so he just drives it long down the wing. Gordon from behind fists it away from Cameron. Got a poor bounce. Petrarca did well. Over to Langdon. Langdon drives it inside the forward 50. Grundy couldn't mark it. Great work from Maynard. Taps it across to Dacos, who didn't have any options, so he just dribbles it underground. Great option. Finds Cameron. Did well though, Darcy Cameron with the pickup. Hook around the body. Ash Johnson probably should have marked that. Viney coming through to Lever. Broke past 1, then kicked it inside the forward 50. Not the best looking kick, but it does the job. Keziah Pickett takes the mark. Demons really coming in at the Pies late in this first quarter. Darcy Cameron actually did really well here. The kick wasn't the greatest, but Ash Johnson should have marked it. Dropped a pretty simple mark, and then Lever surged it back inside the forward 50. Wasn't the best kick, but it got to the right player. And Keziah Pickett, big chance here for the Demons to get their second. Straight in front, 40 metres out. Pickett comes in, kicks to... Oh, he's hooked that badly. Hasn't even made the distance, and Darcy Cameron takes it on the last line of defence. Poor from the Demons, no Grundy or Gawn on that line. It was only Van Rooyen up against 3 Pies. Plays on Cameron, just handballs it in short to Dacos. Melbourne will pressure this up, but Collingwood just too good there. Maynard to Dacos. That was actually pretty poor defence from the Demons. So Dacos goes long down the wing. Great mark from McQuarrie. Just took it out of the hands of Salem almost. About 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. McQuarrie has the ball at half-back. Plays on and drives it long towards about a 3-on-3. Up goes May from 4 deep. Fists it away. Goes past Dacos and Adams. Salem picks it up. Then almost dropped it. Just got to kick away. Nick Dacos gets a hand on it to get it to Pendlebury. Trickles back towards him. Players converge on this ball and it'll be on true centre wing with 5 seconds to go. Umpire throws it up. Gordon and Cameron. Gordon knocks it out the back. Did well. Petrarca gives off the handball to Spargo. Siren's about to sound though. He goes inside the forward 50. Found Van Rooyen, but the siren went. And that will be quarter time. Big game for both teams. Collingwood will get outright top if they win today. Melbourne keep in touch with the power. And Collingwood in the top 2 if they can win today as well. Quarter time scores 1-4-10 to the Demons. Trailed by the Collingwood Magpies 3-1-19. Alright, let's correct statistics now. wrong one. Alright guys, so quarter time, leading ball winner on the ground is Tom Mitchell with the 11, Christian Salem with the 10, Viney, Nick Dacos and Chris with the 9 touches round out the top 5, and then for the AFL fantasy watchers out there, we have Jack Viney with the 55, Tom Mitchell with the 43, Josh Dacos with the 40, Jack Chris with the 38, and then Christian Salem with the 35 rounding out the top 5. Oh, God. Oh, my neck. Oh, my neck. Jesus Christ. That was a big crack. Great sandwich. Fucking hell. That is so fucking cringe. Hi, I'm a new subscriber. Keep up your work. Thank you, Sussy Imposter Jimmy. Should I change my username to PX Tigers? I would say yes, because Sussy Imposter Jimmy is a mouthful, and I think it's kind of weird. It would have been good a couple of years ago with Among Us, but now I think Among Us is pretty not dead. Is it? I don't even know. I only played Among Us like twice. So players are getting back into position now. Second quarter is about to get underway. Umpire's just taking his moment in the middle. Just bounce the ball, bro. This isn't your moment. We're watching with the players, not you. He took that fucking whole time and he fucked up the damn bounce. Moron. Anyway. Umpire will call it back. Grundy gets the tap down. Tussling there was Viney and Pendlebury. Viney did well though. Brayshaw handballs it over the top. Smith did well to step. A great work there from Pendlebury to get back, caused the smother. Maynard handball to Pendlebury, didn't get to him. Melbourne fighting hard. Spiked forward, I think was from Pickett. Now play on. The kick out wide there from Murphy goes on the full. So the Demons will drive this one back inside. The Demons have it inside their forward half. They had it there for the majority of the second half of that first quarter. Just couldn't get it on the scoreboard. A couple of pretty good opportunities for Pickett and Grundy. Pretty much straight in front, but they couldn't convert. Langdon has the ball now. Drives it long inside the forward 50. Van Ryn couldn't mark. In front was Nick Dacos. Handballs it to Adams. They're streaming out of defence now, the Pies. Don't have any options though, Adams. So just gives it off to Maynard, who just jams it on the boot. In the middle of the ground, McVie gathers it. Has an option inside the forward 50. Great kick from McVie. And Bailey Fritsch takes the mark. That was a great kick from McVie across his body. Didn't blaze away, which I think Melbourne have been a little bit guilty of this in this game so far. But he saw Fritsch about 30 out, pretty easy angle, hit him well, and Melbourne would need to start converting on the scoreboard a bit. They've missed a couple of real opportunities in this game so far. So Bailey Fritsch comes in. About 40 metres out, slide angle, kicks towards goal, release, hooked it a little bit. It comes back nicely. And the Demons get their second. Great finish from Bailey Fritsch. Back to within 3 points. Just a kick away from defensive 50 from Maynard was not very well directed. McVie gathered the ball in the middle of the ground. The kick across his body was absolutely brilliant. Very underrated kick that would be. And Bailey Fritsch converts, which he's there to do. Great finish. Demons back within 3. Back in the middle, Grundy knocks it down. Adams coming through, just got the hands away. Pendlebury tries to sock it off the ground, but didn't get anything on it. Grundy just tackled Pendlebury to the ground without the football. And he'll take the free kick. So he's got Noble on his right. Nasiah's not to give it there. Pendlebury's still in the centre square. Just goes out towards the outer side. Finds Myercheck. He plays on, drives it long towards the forward 50. Ash Johnson gets his hands up, takes the mark. Dropped a couple early, Ash Johnson, so it's good to get his hands there. Get his hands on that one. Kicks it inside the forward pocket. Up goes McGuinness, couldn't mark it. Lever has the football, drives it long towards that outer wing. Van Ryn got the hands up, couldn't mark it. Frampton gets back with the football, gives it off to Ash Johnson. Johnson over the top. The Pies can work this forward. Hoskin Elliott to Maynard, still working through hands. Crisp, back to Maynard, in short. Great kick, finds Darcy Cameron. Great work from the Pies to work that forward, just through hands. And a chance here for Darcy Cameron in the tied up in the forward pocket. To snap on his right boot and give Collingwood their first of the second quarter. The Darcy Cameron snaps around the body. He's got a bit too much on it seems, and he's kicked it through for a behind. So just on the outer side now, a ball up will be thrown from the umpire. Grundy gets the tap down. Adams couldn't get the foot on that one. Pendlebury handles it at the back to Hoskin Elliott. He'll get a high free kick. Taking the advantage of the Pies. Adams on the wing. Handballs it forward. Good find. He hits Pendlebury. Kicks it inside the forward 50. Great mark in front from McVee. He's been good in this second term. Gives it to May. The Demons want to bring a pace into this one. Goes out wide. Finds Hunter. Was about to go, then realised the boundary line was right there. He would have been called for a boundary throw in. So Lockie Hunter drives it long towards the one-on-one with Smith. Great take from behind. Demons should go quickly here, but they only have Pickett long, so he decides to go inside to Salem, who now plays on Salem. Takes a couple of steps, drives it inside the forward 50. In the pocket all on his own is Van Rooyen. Been brilliant this year, Van Rooyen. He's keeping both Brown and McDonald out of this side. And a chance here for Van Rooyen to kick his first. And give the Demons the lead for the first time. So Van Rooyen, tough angle here. About 40 metres out. Kicks towards goal. He's left it out to the right. It won't make the distance. It's 4-on-2 for the Pies. Cameron couldn't mark out the back as Hoskin Elliott. Has a lot of pressure on him, so gives it back to Cameron, who just jams it on the boot outside the defensive 50. Lever got the hands up, couldn't mark. Made it Brayshaw. Brayshaw around his body. Finds Chandler. So Chandler, about 60 out from goal, drives it inside the forward 50. Up goes Pickett. Couldn't mark. Cox can't grab it. Fritsch got in the way from Petrarca. Fritsch couldn't snap it with Petrarca running past. It'll be another ball up. A little bit unlucky there for the D's, but Fritsch would have been able to snap that if it wasn't for Petrarca running past him. Van Rooyen knocks it down. Get out there nicely in the Pies. Maynard to Crisp, and now out wide to Hoskin Elliott, who's been good so far. The kick out wide was poor though, and Lever cuts it off. So Lever tells his team to take a breath here. He plays on, goes long towards the pack of players. Pickett goes up, nowhere near it. And there'll be a mark to Maynard. So Maynard works it out wide towards the broadcast side. He finds McQuarrie. And McQuarrie drives a high ball towards the wing. Up goes Tomlinson. Did well, Tomlinson. Takes the mark. Now he works it inside. He finds Sparrow just inside the centre square. And he just goes long with the kick. Up goes Van Rooyen. A free kick's been ripped out here. And it's going to go to Bailey Fritsch. It was off the ball. It was against Murphy. I want to see the replay of this one because Bailey Fritsch was down behind play. Oh. That was pretty fucking weak. That was weak from Bailey Fritsch. He threw himself to the ground, basically took a dive. It's got to get out of the game. These players have got to stop throwing themselves to the ground looking for free kicks. It's bloody pathetic. Bailey Fritsch here, about 35 metres out. Kicks towards goal. Left it out to the left-hand side. And kicks it through for a behind. So long kick here for the Pies, out of the defensive 50. Frampton takes it, gives it off to Maynard, works it in short, great kick. Gives it to Harrison. He gives it back to Maynard now. He drives it long towards forward 50, gone in a 1-on-2. Takes a great mark in front of Myercheck. So now the Demons want to switch the play. Now Salem at centre half back as the ball. He has Hunter out wide. He decides to go a little bit shorter than that. Finds McVee, I believe. Just moving this slowly at the moment, the Demons, to Salem. Hunter's still out on the wing pretty much on his own. They don't want to go to him for some reason. So he just goes in short. He finds Hibbard. In fact, it's Sparrow. who now plays on, doesn't have any options, so he just drives it long towards the forward 50. Gorn from behind. Van Rooyen did well to cause a contest. On the ground was Crisp. He dropped that. Coming through was Viney, got tackled well. Petrarca can't gather it though. Been a little bit sloppy at times. Cox just puts it on the boot. Johnson got a bad bounce, but Myercheck did. He runs towards the forward 50. Kicks across his body to Cameron. Great read from Hibbert. Didn't mark it though. Then gets set upon by Cameron. The ball got out here for the Pies. Adams. Myercheck drives it forward. He has a chance here. Snaps across the... And he just missed. He had Harrison in the goal square. He wouldn't have seen him. But a big chance for the Pies goes begging. So Stephen May will take the kick in here for the Demons. Demons were the only goal of this second term. He plays on, then goes in short, finds Tomlinson. He finds Salem. Yawn. So Salem at half back. Doesn't have too many options, so he's going to drive it long down the wing. Gorn's the option. Frampton in front spoiled it away. Sparrow did well to drag it away from Moore, but he gets tackled by two Pies, be another ball up. Back in the ruck. Cox knocks it down. Sparrow immediately gets set upon. Just got their hands free. Brayshaw did well. Gave it out to Hunter. He kicks it towards the forward 50 with an absolute tumble. Punt kick was not good and Darcy Moore cuts it off. So Moore goes in short. Finds Frampton. A little bit of a standstill of this game at the moment. He works it over to Quaynor, who goes through a bit of a run. He goes in short though. Finds Murphy. Murphy goes to Noble. No real urgency here for the Pies to work this forward, it seems. So he plays on. Drives it long now. Mason Cox didn't go anywhere near it. And he gets a free kick for his trouble there, Mason Cox. Against Jake Lever. Again, that was pretty fucking piss weak as well, I'm not going to lie. So Mason Cox, forward side of the wing. Drives it inside the forward 50 now. Gorn's in front. Takes the mark. Good mark from Max Gorn. Short to Salem. Real arm wrestle at the moment. So Salem works it inside. It's a good kick though. Finds Sparrow. He gives off the handball to the toes of Spargo. Poor handball. He did well to gather it to Hibbard. Hibbard works it down. Works it long. Sorry. And Moore cuts it off. So now Moore kicks in short, finds Crisp. Crisp to Frampton, who plays on now. He goes long with the kick. It's a great option. He finds Hoskin Elliott. He wants to gift to Pendlebury, just couldn't get free. So he goes longer than that. Great kick. He finds Harrison, who's got a couple of disposals in this game so far. It was a bit quieter last week. He's looking good early. Long way out though, outside 50, so he just goes in with a great kick to Mason Cox. Great work from the young man in Harrison. Second game, just waited for Mason Cox to get open and then drilled him up. Great finish. Demons' structure there in the back 50 just wasn't good enough. They just let the huge gap of space that Mason Cox to lead into. And a big chance here for the Pies to get their first of the second quarter. Waited a while for it. Mason Cox comes in now, though. Not much angle to speak of. Kind of stabbed at it, but it's through for a goal, and the Pies finally get their first of the second quarter. So a good finish there from Mason Cox. Pies get their fourth goal of the game take a 10-point lead. So Gawn and Cox in the middle of the ground now. Gawn gets the tap out. Petrarca coming through, couldn't bring it with him. Brayshaw to Sparrow. He drives it inside the forward 50 now for the D's. Pickett's there. Fritsch in front. Great take. He may be the man today. Darcy Moore just couldn't stay with him there. Fritsch burst through, took the mark. Great clearance there from the Demons. Not really the Petrarca show that we thought would have had to be today. And currently only has the 8 touches, Christian Petrarca. But great work there from the Demons to work that one forward. So Bailey Fritsch now comes in. About a 45-degree angle, 25, 30 metres out. Kicks towards goal. Just sneaks it in. Great finish from Bailey Fritsch. He's got 2. Bailey Fritsch has got 2 goals. Oh my god, why am I yawning so much? Far out, dude. Great clearance there from the Demons. They just surged that one forward there. Sparrow just got it inside. And then Bailey Fritsch just got in front of Darcy Moore there. Took the mark. And then finished well. Back to 4 points. Back in the ruck, Grundy knocks it down. Mitchell left it behind, but then got a free kick for his troubles against Petrarca. So Tom Mitchell will take the free kick. So Mitchell works it in short. Good find to Adams. Adams just works it over the top, finds Nick Dacos. He wanted to give the handball to Mitchell, decides to hold on to it though. Collingwood just working a little bit slowly at the moment. To Mitchell now. About 2 good kicks away from goals. We just works it back inside of Quaynor. Still on the wing at the moment, on the outer side. Slow football from Collingwood. Drives it long now towards a pack of players. Hibbert from behind, couldn't mark it. In front was Pendlebury. Fumbled, but then got the hands free. Hill left the ball behind, then got dragged down by Tomlinson. Out the back from Lipinski to Adams. Now Hoskin jams it on the boot. High ball towards the forward pocket. Up goes Johnson. Great spoil in front there from Hibbert. Knocks it out of bounds. 7 minutes to play in this second term. Pies led it by 4 points. 2 goals to 1 in this second quarter. Melbourne have won this quarter so far. Grundy fists the ball towards the boundary line. No one's there. Be a ball in. Grundy got the tap down. Sparrow grabbed the ball, then left it behind. Great tackle on Pendlebury. They're working forward though, the Pies. Mitchell to Adams. Tried to break the tackle of Tomlinson. Should be pinned, and he is. He just got the kick away, but he took way too long. Great work from Tomlinson to shut him down. Holding the ball for the Demons. So Tomlinson now kicks it out wide towards a huge pack of players. Up goes Fritsch from in front. Couldn't mark it. Quaynor gives it off to Mitchell. Mitchell can't glove it. Just got the hands free. Quaynor inside to Dacos. Now Pendlebury out wide to Mitchell. He puts it on the boot towards the forward 50. Mychek did well to cause a contest. Lipinski couldn't grab it. Brayshaw did nicely to Langdon. Being a bit quiet today. High ball towards the wing. Gawn's in front. Got his hands up. Couldn't mark it. Grundy gets the hands free. Now Noble gathers it though. Great pressure from Spargo. Demons can go here. Neil Bullen over the top. Finds Van Rooyen. He wants to give the handball to Langdon. Should have gave it. Didn't in the end. He goes over the top. Finds Christian Petrarca inside 50. Right on the Telstra logo and the MCG. Christian Petrarca had an option in short. Still has it. Still doesn't want to go to it. I don't know if Petrarca has this distance. He's going to have to kick it from outside 50 here. Don't know about that play from Van Rooyen. He should have given it to Langdon. They would have got a deeper entry. But now Petrarca, been a bit quiet today. He's probably leading the Brownlow medal at the moment, Christian Petrarca. He's been brilliant this year. He comes in now. Should be play on. Drives it towards goal. Christian Petrarca hits the post. He definitely got the distance. God, he hit the goal post nearly right at the top. So now Nick Dacos will take the kick in here for the Pies. 3-point lead at the moment, 5 minutes to go. Dacos takes the kick in, plays on, then goes in short. Only just found Pendlebury, who gave it back to Dacos, who kept running. He gives off the handball. Pies streaming through the middle of the ground. High ball from Maynard inside the forward 50. They've got players out the back. Just got a poor bounce in the end. It was McGuinness. May grabbed it and got tackled. McGuinness gives out the handball. Mychek gets dragged down from Grundy. Great work back there from the Demons. And now, through Rivers, goes with a high ball out wide to Van Rooyen, who got the hands up, couldn't mark. Noble just couldn't gather it. And it goes out of bounds. The Pies were away there, but the ball hit the ground and May got the best bounce he could have. Went straight up in the air. And the Pies just couldn't get that one forward. Umpire lobs it in though now. Grundy gets a little tap on it. Hunter sockers it off the ground, only as far as Dacos. He gathers it and kicks it long inside the forward 50. It's McGuinness and Tomlinson. Tomlinson did well. Rivers with the handball over the top was poor though. Cut off by Hill. Great tackle from Lever on Hill though. And he's dragged down by a ball up inside the forward 50 for the Pies. Both these teams putting on a lot of pressure at the moment. 3 points the difference. Melbourne have had their chances in the second term. Had chances all day, but they just can't convert on the scoreboard. Pies look dangerous when they go inside. Great tap down to Tom Mitchell. He kicks towards goal. Great work from Hibbert on the line. Spores it through for a behind. Back out to 4 points. Currently at the moment, leading disposal getter on the ground is Tom Mitchell with the 17. 16 to Salem and Maynard. 15 to Nick Dacos, and then 14 to Pendlebury. The top 5 disposal winners on the ground. May the kick in long towards the wing. Great play there from Mason Cox. Got his hands up and marked it. So Mason Cox now plays on. Drills it into the forward pocket to a leading McGuinness. Great kick from Cox. Just gave it enough flight for McGuinness to get his speed up, to get it to that ball. Tucked up in the pocket, though. It's going to be a hard kick. So McGuinness came in as the late inclusion for Jack Ginnivan. Big chance here for the Pies to take a 10-point lead late in the second term. He was going to wheel it. He was going to go on the left boot, snap around the body, but he thought better of it. It's probably a bit too far out. But a chance here for McGuinness. Right up in the pocket. Left it way out to the right, and he's kicked it on the full. So now Petrarca will take the kick from the defensive pocket. Drives it long, 2-on-1 here. Well done there from Van Rooyen to get the spoil on Frampton, because that was going to be an easy mark for Frampton. 2-on-1 for the Pies, but Van Rooyen just caused the contest. Big reason why he's in this side at the moment. Out of bounds, forward side of the wing here for the Pies. Grundy gets the ball out of the ruck, gets a smothered ball from Mitchell. Gathers it in the end, handball over the top to Crisp. He handballs it forward straight to Lever. I don't know about that option. And now Lever goes to Neil Bullen, who kicks it out wide. Did well, Joel Smith to keep it in front of him, but Lipinski gathered it. Has a few options inside the forward 50. Great kick off the left boot from Lipinski. Finds Bobby Hill. That was a great kick from Lipinski. He's been good today. He kicked the first goal of the afternoon. And a great kick to find Bobby Hill inside the forward 50. So now Bobby Hill. About a 45 degree, probably worse than that. Probably about a 60 degree angle. 45, 50 metres out from goal here, Bobby Hill. Big chance late in the second term to give him a 10-point lead here. Comes in, slow approach. Kicks towards goal, Bobby Hill. That is a team lifter. Great finish from Bobby. Points to the clouds. He's got Collingwood's 5th. Gets his first, Bobby Hill. Been a little bit quiet today. Only had the 4 touches. But he had his moment there. It was a great mark inside the forward 50. And with a tough angle, nailed it perfectly. Giving Jack Ginnivan, who was a revelation for the Pies last year, out of this side. With his forward pressure and his goal kicking as well. Converts there. Great work there from Lipinski to get it inside the forward 50. Wasn't the best looking kick, but just gave enough height there for Bobby Hill to get his hands up, take the mark. Great goal for Bobby Hill. So back in the middle now. Demons kind of need one late. Gawn takes it out of the ruck, then handballs it forward 20. Crisp couldn't gather it. Petrarca did well. Over to Viney from 55. Drives it long to the top of the goal square. Moore gets a touch onto it. Gets out the back though, Frampton. Happy to see it through for a rush behind. So Darcy Moore will take the kick in here for the Pies late in the second term. 9-point lead at the moment. Less than 2 minutes to play. Drives it long to the members' side. It's Cameron and Gawn. Did well, Cameron. Just didn't bring it with him, though. Viney out to Salem. Had the most touches so far. Gives a little underground kick to Gawn. He goes out the back to Viney. Now Petrarca. Tackled well from Dagos. Then breaks the tackle. Gives it off to Viney, who gives away a handball. Great tackle from Crisp. Murphy takes the contact from Neil Bullen. He can't gather it. Ball's in congestion. It'll be a ball up. Almost the Demons were away there. Dacos' tackle was pretty weak. He needed to hold Petrarca more. I know Petrarca is one of the strongest midfielders in the comp. But he let him go way too easily there. Cameron in the ruck. Gets a little tap down. Then almost gets the ball back. Adams gets dragged to ground. Petrarca fighting hard for the ball. Pickett tackled well from Maynard. Can't get the hand to get a handball out. It'll be another stoppage. Cameron taps it out. Petrarca can't gather it. Thrown out of that. Almost a free kick could have been paid. Mitchell can't get the ball out. Well done there for Petrarca. He's fighting hard in the past few moments. Viney snaps around the body. Just couldn't get the angle on it. And it's a point. That was a point. That was a point, 100%. I don't know about that decision. Nonetheless, they called it on the full. So now Moore goes long towards a pack of players. Rivers got his hands up, did well. So maybe one last chance here for the Demons late in this second term. Looked inside, decided not to go there, Rivers. He now plays on. Drives a high ball towards the 50. Up goes Gawn, couldn't bring it down. In fact, it was Smith. Dacos on the ground had time. Gave it back to Cameron to Quaynor. Now Josh Dacos tucked up in the defensive pocket. Kicks across his body. Rivers will read this one. Great tackle from Harrison. Brings him over the line. Be a stoppage. Forward half of the wing here for the Demons. 25 seconds to go. So now Gawn in the ruck with Cameron. Cameron gets a little tap down. Coming through was Viney. Just left it behind. Gawn. Tackled by 2 Pies. Adams drags it under. It'll be another ball up. 15 seconds to go outside. Just probably 65, 70 out from the Melbourne goal. Gawn gets the tap out wide. Going through was Neil Bullen. Then got a poor bounce. Adams almost grabbed him. He did grab him. Be a free kick to the Demons late. So we've got 7 seconds to go. He's going to have to get it in there quickly here, Neil Bullen. He looks, he goes. He drives it inside the forward 50. Low ball, great kick in the end. Finds Christian Petrarca. Little bit unlucky there, the Pies. The kick actually probably wasn't the best kick. It was a good option, though. He found it against Tom Mitchell. Came across his body. It was an absolute mongrel kick, but Christian Petrarca won't mind. Now, from the last kick Christian Petrarca had, it was on the other side of the ground. Longer distance than this, he hit the post 3/4 of the way up. So he won't have any problem with the distance here, Petrarca. Only question is accuracy. 50 metres out, 45-degree angle. Petrarca walks in. One of the best players in the comp, Christian Petrarca, in Brownlow medal form. Comes in, kicks towards goal. He's hooked it a little bit, and Petrarca misses. Poor kick from Christian Petrarca. Should have done better with that. But this is your half-time score. At halftime, scores are Collingwood 5-4-34 lead the Demons 3-8-26. Lead it by 8 points at the moment, the Pies. Alright, just bring up the statistics now, guys, and we'll go to halftime. Alright guys, so at half-time, leading disposal getter on the ground is Tom Mitchell. He's been brilliant in the clearances. Probably been one of the best players so far. Salem with the 17 touches. Maynard with the 16. He's probably been the best player on the ground in my opinion. Nick Dacos with the 16 as well. And then Jack Viney rounding out the top 5 with the 15. And if the AFL Fantasy watchers out there, we have Tom Mitchell with the 73. Jack Viney with the 71. Christian Salem with the 70. Jack Chris with the 62. And then rounding out the top 5 is Adam Tomlinson with 59. Alright guys, we're back in about 15 minutes after half time. G'day guys and welcome to the Boundary Riders podcast. We're up to we use Connor Rosie, so I gave him the 2 votes. And the 1 vote, and this may annoy some Port fans out there, I gave it to Todd Marshall for 5 goals. I think 5 goals in a game of football. Yes, it was against Hawthorn without Tom Sicily, but I'm going to give him the 1 vote. Zach Butters I was contemplating giving it to Zach Butters, but five goals for Todd Marshall. I just snuck it through.
I did watch most of this game, and I think Rosie was more influential. And the other 2, obviously, kicking parents, 10 goals between them. Just kind of had to give it to him. So
yeah,
Zach Butters. Yeah, Butters was good. I'll give him. It was not like he had a bad game. It was just that.
He was that fourth.
He was the 4th and 5th best.
4th best.
Best. So yeah.
All right. Next up, we got West Coast versus Collingwood. Like we said, West Coast were in this game for about a quarter and a half to go, but as what everyone had kind of expected, Collingwood ran away with it. I mean, yes, West Coast had more injuries, but we've heard that story a million times. I'm sorry, but West Coast injuries.
It's the same old.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. I mean, yes, you can use it as an excuse. That's fair enough, but they've just. There's something wrong. Something there.
There's something wrong with their department. I think somewhere.
But nonetheless, 3 votes I did give to Nick Dacos. He's actually playing a lot more influential footy in the past couple of weeks. He's actually been playing in the midfield and looks like he's going to get that role from Jordan De Goey after his suspension. This probably comes out in about an hour or 2 from now, so we're recording about 4:30. So we'll probably get the Jordan De Goey information just after it, but we know he's going to get 3 or 4 weeks. He's gone to the tribunal.
Definitely.
But I think Nick Dacos is the man to take this role from him, playing that midfield role. And he was brilliant in this one as well. He was so influential around the ground. And yeah, I gave him the 3. 2 votes I did give to Tom Mitchell. Now Tom Mitchell was very good in this game as well. Actually got a few touches, which I mean, now this year hasn't really been the thing. Like he's been a lot more influential than touches, but he kind of got both in this game. I thought he was very good in the midfield, inside mid. I think Tom Mitchell was brilliant. The 1 vote, and this may surprise a few people, but I gave it to Elliot Yeo. Now, did you watch this game?
I watched a bit of it, and I did see that he did...
Elliot Yeo, this is the best game that I've seen from him in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And it showed... We were watching... It was...
Gather Round.
The Gather Round, yeah, in Adelaide. Geelong versus West Coast, obviously. I think Elliot Yeo started in defence.
Yeah.
And then in the second quarter, or late in whatever, they chucked Elliot Yeo in the middle of the ground. And he's a midfielder.
Yeah.
I don't care if
he's a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, and he was very good in this game as well. He arguably kept the minute for a lot of this game. So I did think that even though they lost by 63 points, I know Dom Sheed had 43 touches, Duggan had 35.
I watched this game. I didn't think they had much influence on it, to be honest. I thought that Elliot Yeo's 20-odd touches was way more influential than Dom Sheed's 43, so I gave him the 1 vote. And something that was mentioned on Footy Classified, and I know Hutchie isn't exactly things to take off of, but one thing he has been right on in the past is a couple of trades, or a couple of movement players. This was something that I was kind of hopeful for. I don't know if it's going to happen. Elliot Yeo is 29 years of age. He mentioned that Sydney could be looking at a player like him. I would love to have Elliot Yeo at the Sydney Swans because, yes, he's injury prone, but if we can get a good year or two out of a midfielder like him, I think Sydney are kind of lacking in that area. I know Callum Mills has been very good there this year, last year, sorry. But I think that Elliot Yeo adds a little bit more pace outside the stoppages as well. So I would really love that, but I don't think that will happen. I think West Coast should be clearing out. Maybe not so much Elliot Yeo, but they need to clear out. But nonetheless, he was very good in this one. I gave him the 1 vote. After that, we get to Western Bulldogs versus Geelong. This game was close all the way up until 3/4 time, and then Geelong ran away with it. Now, I didn't watch much of this game because I was live streaming the Gold Coast Adelaide game, which we'll get to in a minute. But I know that Tim English was very good in this game. Bontempelli was very good in this game. Caleb Daniel was very good in this game. Well, they got a lot of touches, I'll say that. Sorry.
So they're back to the true old selves, the Dogs, more possession than actual influence.
Well, they've lost their last 2, and they've lost against teams that, Geelong, I mean, they'll probably be there, they probably should make finals this year, you'd think. Yeah. But I mean, they're that team like middle of the range. They should be beating them, the Dogs. They had a lot of injuries to the Cats, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then the Suns last week, I know that it's different conditions up there, but you should be beating the Suns if you want to be making that top 4. They should be this year, the Bulldogs, the team they've got. They're playing Rory Lobb off a wing in this game. I don't know what they're thinking. You don't play Rory Lobb off a wing. He's not an athletic player. I mean, he's a very athletic mark. He's a very athletic, tall forward. He's not that athletic.
He's not a Luke Jackson. He's not a Luke Jackson type.
So I don't know what Luke Beveridge was thinking with that move, but I don't think that he can. He doesn't know still doesn't know their forward line based on round 12.
You're not.
I did see one thing that Sam Darcy did kick 1 goal 5 in the reserves.
Then
he got injured as well.
Yeah, he got injured. Yeah, and he's dead into surgery. So that was poor to hear about it. So
yeah. But I think Jamara Uguhagen's been their best forward this year. Norton's been on and off, and Rory Lobb's been a farce, basically.
I think he's more interested in his hairstyle than he is playing footy.
But nonetheless, I did give Tom Stewart the 3 votes. Now, he was big in this game.
I did say before last week that if they were going to win Geelong and get back into form, Tom Stewart had to get back into form, and he seems like he's going to.
He was massive in this one, and he kicked a late goal as well, which gave
a rare one,
a rare goal. So Tom Stewart, I mean, he obviously did more than kick a goal. He had about 10 marks as well in a set. He was very good in this one. He was their best. I think he got the 3 votes. 2 votes I did give to Tim English. He was very good in the ruck. He had about 20-odd touches, and it was brilliant around the ground as he's been all season. I think he's basically a lock for Australia.
He's a lock. He's a lock of the ruck.
Yeah, he's been all around the ground. I think that was what he's talked about in his draft year. That was what he's known for, is around the ground play. And it's taken him a while, but now I think he's at that point now where he's been probably the best ruckman in the competition now.
Yeah.
And the 1 vote I gave to Jeremy Cameron because he had about 20 touches. He was all around the ground in this game. He kicked a couple of goals. I think he was brilliant. Might not have kicked like the 6 or 7, but as a key forward getting up and back around the ground, 20-odd touches, he arguably got him in this game, got him the win in this game as well.
Yeah.
So I know a couple of Bulldogs players, they were very... Bontempelli was one that I was thinking about giving the 1 vote, but I thought if I'm putting them both on par, if I'm giving the team that wins, I usually give the points just because, I think they've had more influence getting their team the win than anything. But yeah, that was my votes for that game. After that, we get to the Gold Coast versus the Crows. Halfway through the second quarter, I thought this game was going to be a 50-odd point win to the Crows. The Gold Coast didn't look like they showed up. It was surprising because I thought the Gold Coast last week against the Bulldogs were brilliant, and I thought they were just going to back it up. And I didn't think they were going to win this. I didn't know if they were going to win this game. In fact, I tipped the Crows at the time. But I definitely thought they were going to give a contest, and they didn't look likely. But one man that stood up in this game was 2 people. Noah Anderson was brilliant in this game, and Matt Rowell throughout the middle of the game was brilliant. I said this while I was commentating. He's my favourite player to watch at the moment, Matt Rowell. He is brilliant footballer. I don't know if you watched a lot of Gold Coast games this year.
I've watched a few, and since Took Miller did get injured, and Matt Rowell, Noah Anderson are the best.
I love watching the Gold Coast Suns at the moment.
Yeah, becoming the two best duo.
I love watching the Gold Coast. They're good. It's a good game. It's a good team to watch. They're like, I've been saying it a few times. If Sydney, I don't think they will make the finals at the point. If the Gold Coast make it, I'll be barracking for them.
Yeah.
I think every single AFL fan would want the Gold Coast Suns to make it. I mean, everyone thinks, and if you watch a Gold Coast game, they're good to watch. They've got some great defenders. They're not much. A lot of the players aren't really talked about, but they are good to watch. And it's the first time, probably in their history, or probably at least since Gary Abler, that they're good to watch the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
As a team, that's probably the first time ever. Like, the Gold Coast Suns are good to watch. And in this game, after the first half of the second quarter, they were brilliant. But once again, 3 votes has to go to Jack Lukosius. He kicked 5 goals again.
It's his ground.
He loves it.
Ground.
They should be, well, they've won their last 4 games up there.
Yeah.
Now, it's obviously been in 4 games they've won in there in a row, and they lost to Carlton, I think, in 2020. So, the last 2 years, they've won all 4 games up there. I think they want to start moving up to the...
Yeah.
Maybe they should be the Northern Territory Suns at this point, but... Yeah, I mean, they played brilliant football in the second half. As well. Matt Rowell led them in the third quarter. He was a little bit quiet in the last, but that third quarter was brilliant by Matt Rowell. Jack Lukosius, he kicked 5 goals. He was brilliant, and I think it's also they definitely locked his position down now. But also, it gives something that it's not a Ben King show. You don't have to go to him. They've also got Levi Casbolt up there, who's definitely playing a role. He kicked I think 2 goals in that game as well. He was good. So it's not just Ben King up there. And Malcolm Roses as well is actually quite a good small forward. He didn't kick... I don't think he got a goal in that game, but he's a good ball user. He's good with the defensive pressure, and I think a lot of it... I think Carlton need to be looking at the Gold Coast fashion. They've got 2 key forwards up there. Well, they've got 3, but I mean, if you got 2 and you got some young kids around them, like Ben Ainsworth and all that sort of stuff, Carlton should be looking at the Gold Coast. And I know that's a big thing to say, but... They're using the ball properly. They're going to the tall forwards. They're separating. They're not just getting... We're not going to talk about Carlton, because that's a shot in the head to the Gold Coast Suns, because they were brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm loving them at the moment. Anyway, Lukosius, 3 votes, 5 goals. He was brilliant. 2 votes I gave to Noah Anderson. He was by far not by far. He was close to Matt Rowell. He was better in this game, though, than last week. Matt Rowell was stole the show last week. This week it was Noah Anderson. He was brilliant in this game. I think they kind of missed a trick, the Crows, because they did tag one of them, and I guess if you get one, the other one gets you. If you catch one, the other one gets you. That may be the thing, the foil, which, fair enough. But Ben Keys, I did give the 1 vote, because he did stay on Matt Rowell for, 2.5 quarters, Ben Keys had this role done. He was brilliant, Ben Keys. He looks like he should be in the midfield for the Crows this year. He kicked a goal or 2. I think he kicked 2 goals in this game, Ben Keys, as well. He was very good in the midfield for the Crows. Rory Laird and Jordan Dawson. Jordan Dawson was pretty good in this game, but I felt like that Ben Keys just had a bit more influence in it. So that's why I gave the 1 vote. Matt Rowell was definitely that 4th. Like Zach Butters in the other game, he was the 4th player.
Yeah.
He was definitely there for votes, but he just missed out, in my opinion. After that, we get to Sunday, GWS versus Richmond, and finally Richmond win a close one. It took them a long time. I think it's been 2 years or so, 2.5 years.
2.5, 3 years, I think. It's not great reading, but they did get it.
They did, and to be honest, I think the Giants should have won this game.
Yeah, they should.
The Giants were in front. Their first team to 100 usually wins, and they conceded 2 late goals to lose this one. I thought the Giants had it with about 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, when Faye kicked the goal from 55, you just thought, they've got it. There's no way they lose it. And then, was it...
It's happening for Richmond again.
Yeah, then it's going to happen
again. Then
again.
they got Marlon Pickett.
Yeah, Marlon Pickett came back to haunt the Giants again.
Yeah, so... in this game, you gave the votes out. You gave Tom Green the 3.
Yeah, he was dominant through the entire match. He was doing the defensive attributes. He got the clearances and he got the disposals. And I think he got a goal in the game. I think.
I'm pretty sure he did as well.
Yeah.
2 votes you gave to Callan Ward.
Yeah,
I thought
his career looked done, and I think it might be at the end of the year, but I think it was just to turn back the clock. Turn back the clock for him. It was a good game for me. I think he had 30 disposals in the end of that game. Yeah,
he had 30 disposals. I think about 10 tackles as well, I believe.
Yeah,
maybe.
And the 1 went to Jack Riewoldt. He kicked 5. He kept them in it, and if he doesn't kick 5, they don't win the game. So
yeah, I mean, Jack Riewoldt was big in this one, and he's had a couple of games this year where he's kicked 0. So I think definitely need to stand up for the Tigers.
I think 3 of the past 4 weeks before this game, he didn't kick a goal, so he got back into form. So
Yeah, well, the Tigers definitely need him at this rate. Because with Tom Lynch being out for at least a month still at this rate, they do need him if they want to, threaten some teams in the 8 this year, which I think Richmond can, but yeah, he's going to have to stand up in those games. And the final game of round 12 was surprisingly Essendon only winning this by a goal.
Yeah,
this is 20 minutes into the first quarter. It seemed like how much? How much is this going to be?
Because it was like 25 to 0, or 25 to 2 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and North Melbourne looked shot.
Yeah.
They also, mid-game, lost Jai Simpkin.
Yeah,
so they're chucking their young guys in there. Their midfield for a lot of the game was Phillips, Wardlaw, and Sheasel, I believe. They're 3 midfielders sitting around Todd Goldstein. And to North Melbourne's credit, they did give it a red-hot crack. They nearly took down the Bombers, who, if it wasn't for Zach Merritt, I think they could have had a go at this.
Yeah, it was pretty Zach. It was the Zach Merritt show,
especially in the first quarter.
For most of the first quarter,
15, 16 touches in that.
Yeah, I think he had like 66 fantasy points by the end of the first quarter too. So he was dominated. And North Melbourne. I don't know really how they lost it.
They should have won this game. They've done it twice now. Yeah. Not so much against the Swans. That was not the players doing. That was more the bench. But still, that's 2 games they arguably could have won and have walked away with 4 wins this season rather than 2.
Yeah.
This is 2 close losses. They'll learn from it, but the kids that want to win, we looked at Hawthorn, we've seen Hawthorn a little bit better than those 2 bottom teams. But if North Melbourne win those 2 games, they're in front of Hawthorn.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the same thing for the Swans. If they win their 2 games that were close ones against Port Adelaide and GWS earlier in the year, we're not talking about them missing finals. We're talking about them pushing for top 4 at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, the close losses can make a big difference this year. We've seen even Port Adelaide, for example, they've won these close games and they're in the top 4. So, yeah, you don't have to be smug about it. So, in this game, I gave the 3 votes to Zach Merritt. He was brilliant.
You absolutely had to.
2 votes I gave to Martin. Now, this guy was in the Waffle 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And this guy is arguably an All-Australian wingman this year.
Yeah, he's just... Yeah,
he's burst onto the scene as one of the best wingmen in the competition. Yeah, he kicks goals as well. He's a huge attribute to Essendon's push towards finals this year. He's a brilliant player, and I've actually enjoyed watching him in that game.
Yeah.
Essendon didn't particularly play that bad in this game. North Melbourne were just, I think, quite good, and they stayed with them. I think that Essendon maybe just lost a couple of chances, just didn't take a lot of their opportunities at times, like when they should have had taken this game away from North. But yeah, I think that Nick Martin is definitely up there with one of the favourite players to watch this year. Now, I know a lot of people would be sitting there saying, "Oh, what about Nick Dacos?" It's like, yeah, I think Nick Dacos is a very good player as well, but I guess I just have a little bit of different taste when looking at players. Like, I think Matt Rao is my favourite player to watch at the moment. Sorry, I keep on talking about it.
I like watching, you got the Rankins, the Rochellis, you got the high-profile highlight reel players, but sometimes it's good to watch a Matt Rao or a good Took Miller, a good defensive attributes. I've always been a defender, so I like watching defenders play.
Cal Wilkie, we talk
a lot. And I like Ben Mackay's game. He's playing better than his brother. He's playing better than his brother.
Last week he did low.
Alright guys, we're just about to start the second half. Both teams are getting into position now. Well, no they're not actually, we're still at the thing. Gee whiz, matey. What a coach, Ken Hinkley. How you doing, man? Big Al. What are you up to this afternoon? Gee whiz, there, matey. What a player, Toby Green. I don't know why I thought that was funny, but anyway. Third quarter now, guys, is about to begin. Umpire thumps it down. And here we go for the third quarter. Brody Grundy in the ruck now, but Cameron gets the tap. gathers it on the ground. Adams, handball couldn't get to him. Now Petrarca gets tackled well, gets stolen by Brayshaw, and Crisp rides him and will be a ball up. Cameron gets a little tap down. Coming through was Viney. Couldn't grab it. 2 quick stoppages in a row. No subs have been used as of yet. Subs are James Jordan, I believe. And I can't remember the last one. I'll check in a second. Petrarca gives it off to Chandler, who drives it inside the forward 50. Fritsch couldn't mark. Up was Moore, and he claims the mark. Gets it. The Darcy Moore takes the mark. Got a spoil towards it, and then just grabbed his own spoil. So Moore works it out wide in short. And finds Quaynor. Now Quaynor drives it long down the wing. 1-on-1. Cameron did well to get in front, get the tap down. Mitchell's handball was not the best. Now Hunter gives it to the toes of Viney, and then Hunter gets back onto it, sockers it forward. Frampton couldn't glove it. Great work from Chandler to pressure him up. And it should be another stoppage, and it is. Grundy gets the tap out the front. Coming through as Petrarca, immediately met by 2 pies. Another stoppage. A lot of stoppages early in this third term. Been a pretty congested game so far. Only 8 goals have been kicked at the moment. Little tap down from Cameron. Almost grabbed it out of there. Lipinski did well. Kicked it away, but the kick was turned over. Rivers takes the mark. Lipinski's been pretty good in his first game of the season. Decides to go backwards. He finds Hibbard and now May. We'll take it in the middle of the MCG. Works it in short. Finds Spargo. Seems like they don't want to blaze away at the moment, the Demons. They're looking for an option. So now eventually he goes long with the kick. Up goes Gorn in middle of 3. Almost took it. Going through there nicely was Smith, it looked like. And it'll be another stoppage inside the forward 50 here for the Ds. Umbo lobs it up. Cameron knocked it down. Coming through his Pickett was dangerous, but couldn't glove it. Cameron gets the clearance long. 2 Melbourne Demons were there, but couldn't take the ball. McQuarrie left it behind. Now Lever did well. Petrarca gathers the ball, but great smother from Taylor Adams. Knocks it out of bounds. Members side of the wing here at the MCG. Back in the ruck. Grundy knocks it down. Coming through was Viney. Gave the handball to Chandler's knee. Don't know about that. Langdon gathers it nicely to Rivers. Rivers drives it inside the forward 50. Pickett went to ground and Quaynor takes the mark. So now Quaynor plays on. Goes long down the wing to a 1-on-1. Couldn't mark it there. McQuarrie leaving it well to cut it off. Knocked it out of bounds. Obviously, a lot of blue beanies in the crowd today. Nowhere you can really see at the moment. Anywhere without a bit of blue. Great to see. Grundy knocks it down. Chris got a foot to it. Went straight back to Grundy. Now Langdon handballs it out. Handballs it. Gets it to Viney, who just takes it out of bounds. Been Melbourne's best player today, Jack Viney. He's been big. He's going to have to be really good in this second half to get his team over the line. Petrarca's been good as well. Best player on the ground, in my opinion, though, has got to be Braden Maynard. He's played brilliantly. Grundy knocks it down. Straight to Petrarca, who's met by 2 pies. Another stoppage. Up once again. Grundy, little tap down. Lipinski gets it out to Cameron. Kicks it away 20 metres. Lever intercepts though. It's 2 Rivers. He went to go kick, then dropped the ball. Had to give it to Viney. Immediately met by 3 pies. And another stoppage. Rivers went to go kick, but then the option wasn't on. So he had to bring the ball back there, dropped it. Throws it up here. Grundy thumps it forward a good 20 metres. Dacos will get there first. Runs away in the defensive 50. Gets a handball back to Adams. Now Adams, kick out wide to a 1-on-1. Just went over the head of Maynard and it trickles out of bounds. Both teams, big game for both. Collingwood go outright top if they win today. Melbourne will keep in touch with the top 2 if they can pull this victory. Brayshaw immediately met by Adams. Can't get rid of it. And he's pinned for his trouble there, Brayshaw. Didn't really make much of an effort. Adams will get the free kick at half back. Now he plays on. Long ball towards the wing. Mitchell will get there. Good mark. Tom Mitchell's been brilliant today. Probably been one of the best on the ground. Gives it off to Crisp on the run. He drives it into the pocket inside the forward 50. Myercheck 1-2. Just left it behind. May gathers it. Handballs it straight to Bobby Hill. In the pocket. Bobby Hill snaps a goal. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm very surprised Bobby Hill missed that goal. It wasn't exactly the hardest kick, but he just hooked it too early. Tied up right in the pocket. Big chance goes missing there for the Pies. Hunter goes in short to Tomlinson. Half back for the D's at the moment. Fighting for his spot in the team. Drives it long. Up goes Cameron. Couldn't mark. Hits the ground to Hoskin Elliott. He just drives it forward straight into the head of Mitchell. He gets it on the ricochet though, Hoskin Elliott. Then the handball was turned over. Viney to Spargo in the middle of the ground. Grundy drives it inside the forward 50. Quaynor and Pickett. Well done from Pickett. Out the back, both players fighting for it. Quaynor taps it towards the points. And Maynard's happy to transition it over the line. Great work from Quaynor to tap it, to beat Pickett to the ball. And then Maynard to escort it over the line. Great work from Collingwood. Jesus Christ, sorry. I'm just trying to change the scoreboard. Great work from Grundy. He takes the mark at half forward. He's been pretty good today, Brodie Grundy. Had a chance earlier in the game to kick a goal, but then missed. Pretty simple chance. So it's a long ball here, it looks like, for Grundy. He goes long to his captain in Gawn. Cameron gets in front. Great body work from Frampton. Kept Gawn away from it. And Cameron takes the mark. Gives it off to Nick Dacos, who goes in short. He finds Maynard. And now he gives it to Josh Dacos. Streaming down the wing. Goes long to a 1-on-2. Great work from Hibbert in front. Should get the mark. Well done from Hibbert. Gives it out to May. He drives it back long towards the forward 50. It's a 3-on-1 on Gawn. Gawn did well to cause a contest. Pick it on the ground. Great tackle from Maynard. Brings him to ground now. Spargo. Tackled well by Cameron. Be another ball up. Wasn't the best kick going forward, but great tackle from Maynard. Pickett tried to shrug a high one, didn't get it. Cameron takes it out of the ruck, drives out of defensive 50, but Salem reads it well, takes the mark, and the Demons can work this forward. Works it a little bit wider, still in the centre square here, Lockie Hunter. Kicks it in short, great kick. Finds Joel Smith on the lead. Joel Smith been playing VFL footy this year, up forward. Got his inclusion last week. Pretty quiet. I think he kicked a goal against Carlton. But a big chance now. Big moment to Melbourne. Kicked the first goal of the second half. Only kicked one goal in his career, Joel Smith, in the AFL. In his 30 games. Played a lot of defence for Melbourne in his career so far. From 45 metres out, 50. Goes towards goal, Joel Smith. He's hooked it too much. Another behind for the Demons. They've kicked 3 goal 10 in this game so far. We know bad goal kicking can be big this season. We saw Carlton last night as well not convert. Demons still got inside their forward 50 here. Spargo did well on Frampton. Then the handball was poor from Frampton. Straight to Viney. Now Rivers gets the handball back on for Ricochet. Brayshaw just jams it on the boot, a high ball. They've got the numbers here, the Demons. And Joel Smith takes another mark. Joel Smith takes the mark about 25 metres out. Slightish angle. A chance here to get the Demons within 1 point. Great work from Van Rooyen there. He saw Joel Smith come in for the mark. And unlike Bailey Fritsch in the second term, didn't go in front trying to take the mark. Just protected his teammate. And a chance here for Joel Smith to kick the Demons' 4th goal. Joel Smith comes in. 25 metres out. Drills it towards goal. It's home. The Demons get the first of the second half. 1 point the difference. Great goal for the Demons. They started well in the second half. At the moment, if this game ended right now, Collingwood would be on top. Melbourne would be in third at the moment. No team would move if Collingwood win this game. Collingwood would be the outright top. Big game for both clubs. Great finish from Joel Smith. Back in the middle now. Cameron knocks it down. Well done from Sparrow to knock it out of the hands of Mitchell. Viney was tough over at the ball. Make it a high one here, Jack Viney, and he does. Mitchell came in over the top of the head. Was always going to be paid. Jack Viney's been great today. He called a stand and he played... Oh, no, that's the rule. Sorry, idiot. Viney drives it long towards Gawn. Almost on a high one. Bailey Fritsch at the back. Snaps towards goal. Bailey Fritsch finishes. The Demons are in front. Great finish from Bailey Fritsch. Great finish from the pocket. Demons in front for the first time today. Great finish from Bailey Fritsch in the pocket. He's now got 3, and he could be the difference in this one. Sun setting at the MCG. Gawn and Cameron both really good contest. It may have been a free kick against Max Gawn. I think it wasn't there. I think it was pretty well umpired. And then Bailey Fritsch just read it first to get out the back. Nailed the goal. Demons lead by 5. Back in the middle now. Gawn gets a little tap out the back. Umpire calls for it back. Oh, it's not the first time the Demons have taken the lead. They actually had it right at the start of the game. But it's basically the first time they've taken a real lead in this one. Mason Cox gets the tap. Adams got tackled by 2 Demons. Be another stoppage. Cox gets a little tap out to Adams. Puts it straight on the boot. High ball towards their forward 50. Lever reads it well. Great work from McQuarrie to cause a contest. Mychek dragged it in. Almost got a high one. Play on. Crisp. Just tumbles it towards the forward 50. Hill didn't read that one very well. Rivers gives it to Hunter. Now Tomlinson over the top to Rivers. Did well. Strong hands. Rivers did brilliantly, and the Demons want to go. Rivers goes over the top. Finds Brayshaw on the wing. He doesn't have many options to go to, so he just handles it over the top to Neil Bullen. He gives it back to Brayshaw. The Demons did very well there in a tough situation. Hunter out to Spargo. About 70 out from goal. Doesn't have many options, so he just kicks it inside the forward 50 to a leading Fritsch. Grasp ball from behind from Moore. Now Mitchell over the top to Murphy. At half-back, drills it down the wing to a one-on-one. Couldn't get any in this game at the moment, Johnson. Now Adams did well to get the hands free to Hoskin Elliott, who left the ball behind. Great work from McVie on the ground. Now Hunter gets a high one. Hunter got a high one, not only from... I mean, it was a bit of a duck, the first one, but then Maynard hit him high. Shocking decision from the umpire. I agree with the first one. He ducked. That was not a free kick, but then Maynard came in and hit him in the head. Nonetheless, anyway. Mason Cox knocks it down. Did that go on the full? Just hit the boundary line. Cox with a big fist towards out of the stoppage. Coming through was Harrison. Just left it behind. Brayshaw did well. McVie over to Viney. Fumbled but then got out of it. Did well, Viney. Rivers back to him. And Viney gets it on the boot. High ball towards half forward. Gawn in a 1-on-2. Gawn did well on the contest. Then hit the ground like a cat. Hunter dribbles it inside the forward 50. Pickett just kept the ball in front of him. Van Rooyen gets off the handball to Pickett. Murphy did well to corral him on the boundary line. Adams gets tackled well from Neil Bullen. Got up on his feet somehow. Now Pickett snaps around the body towards goal. Siren's gone. Sorry, not a siren. Whistle's gone. And it'll be a free kick to the Demons. It was holding the ball against Taylor Adams. Neil Bullen tucked up right in the pocket here. Be a hard kick, but this would send it out to 11 points for the Demons. So Neil Bullen got the free kick, tucked up right in the pocket. Neil Bullen comes in. To kick another one for the Demons. He drills it towards goal. He's hooked it just a little bit. And that was enough for a behind. Mason Cox takes the mark at half back. He drives it long towards the wing to a one-on-one. Gawn gets up, did well. Well done from McCreary to cause the contest. Gets out the back though. Langdon gives it to Tomlinson. They pressure him up. The kick inside was brilliant though from Tomlinson. Brayshaw takes the mark on the wing. Works it in short to find May. They're almost all over it at the moment, the Demons. They're playing brilliant football. He drives it long, May inside the forward 50. Up goes Pickett. Didn't get the flight that he needed, and Frampton thumps it over the boundary line. What a game this is, catching past it. Yeah, it's been a good game so far. Real tight contest. Umpire throws it in. Cox knocks it down. Dacos couldn't grab it. Josh Dacos sits on it. Tackled by Chandler. Another stoppage. Six-point lead to the Demons at the moment. Kicked the only goals of the second half. Cox knocks it out. Chandler gets a handball out wide. Finds Neil Bullen. Broke 1, 2, 3. Oh, Neil Bullen was brilliant. Snaps towards goal. Neil Bullen. It comes to Ack. It's in. No marked on the line from Darcy Moore. Great work from Darcy there. Bit poor in that play at the moment. They're the Pies. But just took it on the line. They can't get it out of there at the moment, the Pies. But Noble takes it out of there. Long ball towards the wing. Finds Hill. That was almost in there. Did you see the Crows game? I didn't watch it much, but I didn't see it much. But I know that Taylor Walker kicked 10 goals against West Coast. They won that well. They did well to take that game, like, to get percentage out of it. Some teams don't really do that against those bottom teams, but Crows did what they needed to do, and I think they'll make finals now. Long kick towards the forward 50. Darcy Cameron takes the mark. Right on the 50-metre line, Darcy Cameron. They've had 13 inside 50s this quarter, the Demons. Only 2 to the Pies. Gives it off to Noble. 55 out from goal. Drives it long to the top of the goal square. Up goes Ash Johnson uncontested. Should have marked it. McQuarrie gets tackled well from Brayshaw. Can't get rid of it. That was a brilliant tackle. That could be a free kick here. No, but ball up. Ash Johnson's just been out of this game today. He just can't take the marks. He's only taken, I think, 1. That was an uncontested mark and he dropped it. Gawn gets the tap out. Sparrow just kicks it away. Did nicely. Now the Demons can go through Chandler at half back. He drives it long down the wing. One-on-one, Smith and Murphy. Well done from Murphy to gather. A great tackle from Smith, though. Oh, he got paid for a sling. That was bullcrap. That was shit. That was not a fucking sling tackle. That is not a sling tackle. Jack Viney seems to have been hit behind play here. Gets back to his feet as we see it. That is not a sling tackle. He had his arms free and he's dragged to ground. That was just a good tackle. Fucking hell. The tackle's bullshit now. Dan Butler got suspended for a week for absolutely nothing. I thought that was holding the ball and I'm a Swan supporter. That was ridiculous, that suspension. Looks like it's a right shoulder to Jack Viney. That is big news because he's probably been the best demon on the ground at this stage. Kick down the wing from Collingwood is intercepted by Max Gawn. Plays on now Max and goes long. 2-on-2 here, Van Rooyen and Smith. Smith did well to bring it to ground. Coming through there nicely. Here go the Pies. Lipinski goes in board. Not the best. Now bounces past Johnson. He can't gather it. Well done, Salem. Did nicely. He works it out wide. And he finds Chandler on the bounce. Will he get there? Did well, Chandler in front of Quaynor. Grabbed the ball, then dragged to ground. Can't get rid of it, Chandler. Did well from both players. Will be a ball up. How you doing, Akika? Magnificento. Okay. Taken out there, Sparrow. Just gets the hands free. Great tackle there from Chandler on Lipinski. Will be another ball up. Throws it up there. Grundy gets the tap. Immediately met there was Adams, another stoppage. 6 minutes to go on this third term. Demons up by 6 points. Pies yet to get a goal in the second half. Another stoppage it will be. I thought this game may have worn off a little bit on the pressure, but it's just gone up a notch almost in the second half. Little tap out there from Cameron. Lipinski left it behind. Adams gets the ball and kicks it in the middle of the ground. Got the bounce there. Johnson gave the handball to Adams. Now the Pies can link up. Lipinski off to McQuarrie. He doesn't have many options, so he just drives it along inside the forward 50. At the back is Myercheck. Got a poor bounce. Didn't read it, and great work from Hibbard. He runs away out of defensive 50. Long kick down the wing. And he finds Joel Smith. Long kick down the wing here from Spargo. Finds Smith. Who do I think will win? I honestly don't know at the moment. I did tip Collingwood before the game, but Melbourne are playing pretty well. Long kick down towards forward 50. Van Rooyen was held. He'll get a free kick. He kicks it inside the forward 50. Grundy takes the mark. And this is huge. Chance here for Brodie Grundy to kick his first against the old side. He had a chance earlier in this game and he missed it badly. Melbourne have dominated this third term. 14 inside 50s to 4. And a chance here for Grundy to kick his first. Slow approach from Brodie Grundy. Comes in now. Against the old firm. Kicks towards goal. That is big. Brodie Grundy kicks the goal. Demons lead by 12. Do I get your messages on a 10-second delay? I'm not too sure. Great finish from Grundy. That was a way better kick at goal. 12 points the difference. Stood down the pressure moment, Brodie Grundy, and met it in spades. Great finish. So Ash Johnson has been subbed out. Kind of called that a little bit earlier. Ash Johnson's hardly touched it. Through the middle of the ground. Adams thumps it long inside the forward 50. Up goes Cox. Couldn't bring it with him. Now McVee gets it tapped away there from Lever. Myercheck off to McGuinness. Oh, he missed the ball, McGuinness! What is he doing? That is terrible. Now Sparrow gets it out of the defensive 50. It bounces. It trickles towards Brayshaw. He keeps going. Gets taken down. Well done there from Chris to cause the pressure. And Brayshaw kicks it towards the boundary line. That was probably deliberate. But nothing doing, probably with the pressure. Reef McGuinness is running into an open goal and he missed the ball. So sub came on as Oleg Markov for Ash Johnson. Melbourne still yet to use their sub in James Jordan. In the ruck, Grundy taps it out the back through Langdon. Now Markov gets his first touch, immediately met by two Demons. Now Petrarca handballs it forward, finds Viney, Neil Bullen. They link up through Langdon. Inside the forward 50, long kick. Great work from Darcy Moore to cut back. Takes that mark. Good commentary. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Looks like they want to switch the player here, the Pies. Darcy Moore takes a couple of bounces. Doesn't have many options. He may even take a third one here. Just kicks it in short of the defensive pocket. Missed Quaynor by a couple of metres. He did well, Quaynor, to run onto it. Didn't take any sort of pressure from it. Well done there from Myercheck to cause the contest. May gets the kick away. Smothered well from Hill. Dacos works it inside to Crisp. And now Myercheck working it forward. Late chance here for the Pies. 2-on-1 inside their forward 50. It gets out the back. The bounce will matter. McQuarrie. I don't know if he's got this. Yes, he has. Goal's been paid. They may even check this because it was right on the line where McQuarrie kicked it. But that's big. Pies get one against the flow. First goal of the second half to McQuarrie. They'll look at this on the replay. McQuarrie, I don't think even knows if he kicked it. Here it is. McQuarrie. Yeah, it's a goal. Just in time. He just got the ball to boot. Pies back within 6 points. So back in the middle. Shocking bounce from the umpire. Missed the players by about a good 3 metres. The James Jordans came into the game now. Charlie Spargo has been subbed out. So both subs are being used. Gawn taps it down. Mitchell gathers it. Gives it to Dacos, who left it behind. Josh Dacos almost threw it out, then got tackled again. Just released it in time to Mitchell. He drives it inside the forward 50. Great spill from behind from May. Dacos nearly grabbed it. It would have been a great play. Brayshaw worried him out of it, though, to Hunter, who just gets it on the boot immediately. Noble reads it well. Neil Bullen fighting hard. Great tackle from Noble. Will be another stoppage. The Pies are definitely one of the best teams in the comp in the last quarter. This is going to go right down to the wire, this one. Gawn thumps it down. Dacos almost threw that out. Jordan handballs it through. Couldn't get it through, but now the Demons go. Petrarca through to Neil Bullen. He's got Jordan over the top. Decides to go longer. To the one-on-one. Grundy gets up. Can't mark it. Fritsch gets the hands free. Handball to the toes of Smith. He couldn't gather it. And now the Pies counter. Moore breaks away from defensive 50. Gives it over the top to Mitchell. He works it out wide. Finds Dacos, who can't mark. He has a lot of time, though. And Dacos goes over the top to his brother. Nick Dacos on the bounce. Couldn't grab it. Great work from Nick to get him, Warrie Rivers out of it. Gets the hands free to Crisp. He has a couple of options inside the forward 50. Goes too far, though. Lever cuts it off. Still in the defensive 50. Gets pushed off his kick. Kicks it out wide. Hunter and Pendlebury fight for it. Harrison gathers. Has an option over the top. Feigns the handball, which was brilliant. The kick inside was actually really good as well. McInnes just couldn't mark it. And it trickles out of bounds. That was better from Nick Dacos. Being very quiet in this third quarter. Did brilliantly there. 2-on-1. Fought for that ball hard. Inside the Collingwood forward 50. Cameron knocks it down. Hunter gets immediately met by 2 Pies. He may be pinned here. Umpire calls for a bounce. Minute and a half to go on this third term. This game's going to be about moments. Can Collingwood get one late? Back in the ruck. Cameron knocks it down. Viney gathers it. Gives a little kick away. Petrarca handballs it in front of Jordan. Just got too far in front. Noble cut it off. He then gets tackled immediately there by Jordan. Great tackle. And he's pinned for it. Dragged it back in. He's gone. Noble sitting on top of it. I think he's okay. That should probably have been 50, but James Jordan gets the free kick. Defensive side of the wing, James Jordan. Looked okay since he started as a sub. Drives it long to Gawn and Grundy. Maynard from 4 deep, thumps it away. Hunter gives it off to Gawn. Gawn gives the handball forward to Petrarca. They're out here, the Demons. Petrarca thumps it inside the forward 50. Just goes over the top of Smith. Great tackle on Markov. He's gone here, Markov. Oh. That should have been holding the ball. Petrarca missed that kick. It should have been better than that. Should have hit Joel Smith up. Great work from Joel Smith to get back onto it, though. Petrarca gets ball to boot. Eventually now Crisp over the top to Noble. He just kicks it towards the wing, towards the members' side. The ball bounces towards the 50, then gets another weird bounce. McQuarrie did okay. Kept it in front of him. Lever did well. Threw that out, though. Now Langdon gives it inside. Free kick will go to the Demons. Brayshaw takes the advantage. Drives it inside the forward 50. Smith against 2. Did well with the contest. Petrarca rolls it. Quaynor on the last line did brilliantly. And then goes out wide. Finds Noble. And time should run out here. We're in for a big final quarter. This game's going right down to the wire. Melbourne dominated parts of that third term. But they only have a 6-point lead to show for it. At 3-quarter time, scores are 6-11, 47 to the Demons. Lead by that 6 points, 6-5, 41 to the Pies. Alright guys, just bring up those statistics now. All right, guys. So at 3/4 time, hang on a sec. Yep. At 3/4 time, leading disposal winner on the ground is Jack Viney. I think I think he would have had the 3 votes right now. He's been brilliant. He's got 25 touches. Tom Mitchell with the 23. Probably been one of the best for Collingwood. I'd say Braden Maynard's been better, but he's been brilliant in this one. Tom Mitchell, he's got 23. Petrarca with the 22. 20 to Salem and Hunter rounding out the top 5. Then for the AFL Fantasy Watchers out there, we have Jack Viney with the 103. Mitchell with the 101, Crisp with the 98, Petrarca with the 83, and then rounding out the top 5 is Christian Salem with the 82. Alright, I've got to go to the bathroom. Give me a minute, guys. I won't be gone too long anyway, don't worry.
Doesn't mean you have to get almost anything. You're right.
players are back in the positions now. Umpire's ready to bounce the ball for the final quarter. Big match for both teams. 6 points the difference. This one is expected to go right down to the final whistle. Umpire bounces it down. Last quarter begins. Gawn gets a little tap out to himself almost. Immediately met by Cameron. Another stoppage. Magpies have won 10 of their past 13 games when trailing at three-quarter time, so they definitely don't mind this position. Crisp gets a little kick away, but now the Demons get it forward through Jordan. He drives it inside the forward 50. Van Rooyen almost got a high one play on. In front was Chandler. This will be a brilliant start for this final quarter. He's hit the post. Hit the post, Chandler. So now Darcy Moore has the ball at half back. He goes in short, finds Maynard, and Maynard goes to Noble. So at half, still on the defensive side of the wing here. Kicks it short, and Markov came on as the sub. Hasn't done much so far. Just working it short at the moment, the Pies. Harrison didn't take the mark, just gives off the quick handball. Pies still working it forward. Markov over to Lipinski. Then quiet in the second half. Drives it long inside the forward 50. Great work from Oskinelli to bring it to ground. Salem to McVee. He's been good. Kicks a high ball out of the defensive 50. Up goes Smith. Great read from Maynard. Takes the mark. So now Maynard. Middle of the MCG. Low ball towards the forward 50. Great read from Bobby Hill. Couldn't mark it. Lipinski steps. Past one. Crisp to Hill. Breaks past a couple of tackles. Through to Lipinski. This would be a massive finish for the Pies. Great goal from Lipinski. All the credit goes to Bobby Hill though. Great work to just split that play open. And a goal to the Pies. That was great work from Bobby Hill. Just to not get overawed by the pressure. Just step through it. And a goal could prove vital in this last term. Who are the favourites? I think Collingwood would have been favourites going in. But at the moment, I think it's an even game. Bobby Hill just stepped past one tackle from Salem. Then gave the hands through to Lipinski. Great finish from him. He's got 2 today. Back in the middle. Gawn gets the little tap out the back to Viney. Out to Petrarca. He gets the clearance. Great kick from Petrarca. Just kicked it back. Chandler should have marked it. Now Pendlebury gets the hands free. Hunter did well. Tapped it out wide to Sparrow. Sparrow turns back on his right foot. 1-on-1 there was Fritsch. Just gets out the back. Maynard was going to get dragged down from Joel Smith. Snuck up on him. Dragged him down. Big tackle there from Joel Smith. Had no awareness there. And this is a big opportunity for the Demons to get one back quickly. Just had no awareness there. Collingwood. And Joel Smith snuck up on him. Dragged him to ground. Big chance to kick his second here. Hit 1 goal, 1 today. Playing forward this year in the VFL. Comes into the team. Has made a difference. Smith comes in. Leaves that one out to the right. Lucky to score. Goes through for a behind. Melbourne lose this one today. They can only blame themselves. Darcy Moore's gone straight down to the rooms with a suspected leg injury at the moment. Noble takes the kick in. Long ball towards the wing. 1-on-1. Well on there from Van Rooyen, but on the ground is Harrison. Gives it off to Lipinski. Handball to Adams was wide. It missed him. Coming through was Chandler. Breaks past one. Gets out the handball only just. Jordan did brilliantly. Then lost the... Oh, just got a kick on that one. Frampton couldn't gather it. Langdon fighting hard. Then almost dragged it back in. Petrarca gets the handball out wide. Finds Sparrow on the bounce. From 55, gives off the handball. Now Van Rooyen. Great composure. Finds Pickett inside. That was great play from Van Rooyen. He could have blazed away from the pocket, but looked immediately inside. Found Pickett, and a chance here to kick his first. So Darcy Moore went to ground. was a left ankle, it seems. But Brody Maynard just got dragged down from Joel Smith, which was the unaware player. Pickett here. 35 out. Not much of an angle. Kicks towards goal. He's kicked it off the outstep. And another behind for the Demons. They didn't kick the best last week against Carlton either. Carlton just kicked worse. But now it's only 3 points the difference. And Collingwood have been taking their opportunities today. Noble plays on. Takes a good 20-metre run there. And he's ran too far! This is a big chance here for the Demons. Bailey Fritsch will get the free kick. He definitely ran too far. There, John Noble. He ran from the kick in. Ran a good 20-odd metres there, Noble. And that's a free kick. Bailey Fritsch has got 3 today. I said a little bit earlier he could be the difference. He may well be yet. A sea of blue next to him for the big freeze. Probably the biggest game of the season so far. Bailey Fritsch comes in. 45-degree angle. 40 metres out. He stands to the challenge and he misses. No one can nail the goal for the Demons at the moment. Another behind. They've kicked already 3 in this last quarter. Will they rue these chances? They've already kicked 4 goals, 10 from set shots today. This may come back to bite them. From the kick in, it's Pendlebury. Drives it long towards the members' side. Made from behind, couldn't mark it. Rivers gathers. Good tackle from Aquiri. Drags him to ground. Be a stoppage. Half forward here for the Demons. Gawn gets the thump forward. Great grab from Viney to Neil Bullen. He just handles it forward into space. Pendlebury reads it well. McQuarrie gets the kick over the top of his body, but it's not a good kick. May cuts it off. So May works it out wide to Brayshaw. Brayshaw's got an option in short. Viney takes it from Hunter. He says, let me do it, mate. So Viney about 65 out from goal. Takes a couple of quick steps and drives it long to the top of the goal square. Maynard from behind couldn't bring it with him. Pickett tackled without it. Van Rooyen handles it inside. Mitchell gets tackled well from Fritsch. It'll be a high free kick though to Tom Mitchell. Been brilliant today, Tom Mitchell. One of the best. So in the defensive pocket, Tom Mitchell drives it long towards the members once again. Up goes Myercheck, but Rivers in front takes the mark. Great mark from Trent Rivers. He's bleeding from the head here, Darcy Cameron. So Darcy Cameron will be coming off with the blood rule. I mean, he did get hit in the head right then, so the umpire probably should have given him a high free kick, but nonetheless, he will be coming off right now. Mason Cox comes on. Immediately comes back to the last line of defence. Darcy Moore running through with his ankle at the moment. He looks fine. He should be back on soon. He'll be fine. He'll be coming back on right now, it seems. He's coming back to the interchange gates. Won't be long before he comes on. Trent Rivers, though, with the ball now. Drives it long to the top of the goal square. There's Max Gawn there. Smith from 4 deep nearly brought it down. Murphy gets the handball to Mitchell. Gathered it. Handballed it out wide to Josh Dacos. He immediately puts it on the boot to space. Couldn't get it there. Tomlinson on the bounce. McGinnis read it well, actually. And then spins around on the right boot. Kicks it down the wing. Makes the runners go for it. Chris will get there first. Grabs the ball cleanly. Breaks past Salem. Kicks towards the forward 50. Great kick. Missed Hoskin Elliott just. Gets back nicely. Sparrow. Has some space. High ball towards Langdon. Great body from Langdon. Great work, though, from Markov. Locked him up nicely. Langdon falls to ground. Great work from Markov, the sub. Gives it off to Pendlebury, kicks it inside, but Jordan read it well, the other sub. He takes the mark at half back. 13 and a half minutes to play, heaps of time left. Demons have had their opportunities, they've kicked 3 behinds in this last quarter. The Pies have got 1 goal. Long ball down the wing, Murphy couldn't mark out, the back was gone. Gives it off to Pickett, he breaks to 50. Keziah Pickett, high ball towards the goal square, it's Neil Bullen, he should mark it, he does! Great work from the Demons. A chance here to send it out to 10 points here, Neil Bullen. Great work from Pickett. I don't know if he was going for goal, but nonetheless, it still worked out the best for the Ds. And Neil Bullen, tough angle, sort of. He's going to go around the body. Not much really an angle to speak of. Snaps around, Neil Bullen nails the goal. Demons get there first of the last quarter at the 10 points. How you going, Jamo? This game is meeting up to all the expectations. But the Demons, who were the underdogs going into this match, have a 10-point lead at the moment. Great work from Max Gawn. Great work from Pickett. Just got it forward. Higher ball towards Neil Bullen. He got out the back. It was a great mark. Finished the goal. Demons out by 10. Yeah, it is a very low scoring game. Only 7 goals each. To be honest, Melbourne should be further in front. They've had a lot of shots on goal when they've missed some easy ones. Back in the ruck. Grundy knocks it down. Petrarca did brilliantly. Then dragged the ground from Crisp. He did well. He drives it inside the forward 50. Crisp. Out the back is Tomlinson. He gets to the ball. Just set past Eel with ease. Then puts it on the boot. Great composure from Tomlinson. Drives it towards the wing. Markov gets there. Gives it off to Mitchell. He has an option in short. Finds Crisp. They want to go the Pies. Adams. Out wide. It's a Maynard. He winds up from 55 towards the top of the goal square. There's Hoskin Elliott. Couldn't mark it. Now Hunter just dribbles it towards the boundary line. Quaynor will get there first. Got an unlucky bounce. Great read from Jordan. Dragged down from Quaynor. It trickles out of bounds on the members. And it'll be a stoppage right in front of the members at the MCG. 12 minutes to play, still heaps of time to go. But this game, like I said in the third quarter, is all about moments. Who will take them? Cox knocks it down, coming through is Mitchell, dragged down by Petrarca. Hunter handballs it out wide, great find, he finds Brayshaw. Now Petrarca works it forward to Grundy. Great work there, gets the hands free, finds Jordan. Jordan works it inside of Petrarca. Not been the best kick today. Free kick's been given behind play. James Jordan will get the free kick here on the wing. So James Jordan's been very good since he's came on. Instrumental to the run of the D's. Came on pretty mid-late third quarter. He now plays on the wing. Drives it long. It's an absolute mongrel. Van Rooyen reads it. Couldn't bring it to ground, though. Now Mitchell got the hands free. That was brilliant from Tom Mitchell. Adams breaks away. Doesn't have an option, so he handballs it now to Maynard. Maynard with a raking 20-metre handball. Cut off by Petrarca. He did well. Went on from Chris to bring him to ground, but he gave it off to Hunter in time. Hunter with a great kick inside. Oh, it was a massive collision on the 50. Neil Bullen and Fritsch met. It's spoiled away, though. Quaynor handballs it forward towards the feet of Crisp. He kept it in bounds. Did well, Crisp. Now Cameron to Pendlebury. Streaming on the wing. He's done it for 350-plus games. The kick inside was poor, though. Tomlinson cuts it off. He goes in short and finds Rivers. That was probably the worst kick Pendlebury's done in his whole career. I mean, I think he gets one every 350 games, don't you? Nonetheless, Neil Bullen on the wing goes long to Fritsch. He finds him. Fritsch on 50. He's got a couple of options inside. He said it got on a Chandler. He just kicks it straight to Mason Cox. Don't know about that option. Cox cuts it off. He wants to go. Adams gives it off to Noble. Loves to run this man. He has an option for a handball. Gives it to the toes of Maynard. He did well to get the hands free, but now the D's are coming back. McVee over to Viney. Drops the ball, McVee. Viney's still going, though. Spins out of trouble. He's been brilliant, Viney. Long ball inside the forward 50. Van Rooyen at the back takes the mark. Great work from the Demons. Van Rooyen a chance here to give them a 16-point lead, which has probably been the biggest they've ever had tonight. Great win from the Demons. Viney was brilliant. He's been best on ground today. A chance here to give them a big lead with 9 minutes to play. Young man Van Rooyen. Huge pressure on his shoulders now. He comes in. Kicks towards goal, Van Rooyen. It comes back. It's home. Demons, 16 points in front. Great finish from Van Rooyen. Collingwood staring down the barrel of their second loss of the season. Still time left. We've even seen them do it a couple of months ago against the Crows, come back from a pretty big margin with about 10 minutes left. This isn't over by any means, but Van Rooyen stood up to the pressure there. Great work from Viney in the middle of the ground. He just would not give up on this play. He thought McVie was away, realised his teammate got knocked to ground, so he went back and got it, spun out of trouble. The kick inside 50 was immense, and Van Rooyen finished the job. Back in the middle now. Grundy and Cameron up against each other. Grundy knocks it down. Dacos just dropped the ball. Coming through with Sparrow. Then Adams left it behind. Viney comes through. He's been clean all day. He handballs it out wide, finding Neil Bullen. Markov and Neil Bullen fighting for the football. Markov eventually taps it forward to Harrison. That was good play from the young man. Now Adams handballs it out wide. He finds Pendlebury. He has some time. Where really no one's had it today. Over the top to Dacos. Now Mitchell back to Nick Dacos. Goes for a run. He gives off the hands now. He works it inside here. Markov. The kick was poor though. And Salem read it well. Salem takes the mark inside the defensive 50. Still 9 minutes to play. The Demons want to keep going. He goes inside to Chandler. Chandler in the centre square. Works it inside even further. Finds Grundy. Grundy gives it off to Sparrow, who works it out wide to Hunter. On the broadcast side here, the Demons. Hunter has the football. Hunter drives it long towards Max Gawn. He couldn't mark it. Smith taps it down to Petrarca. Petrarca from 50. High ball towards goal. Fritsch could get there. Just in time was Pendlebury. Knocks it through for a behind. 17 points the difference. If Melbourne can get one more, this game could be all but over. Pendlebury goes in short and finds Moore. He's been good today, Darcy Moore. Bailey Fritsch has had some times when he's beaten him, though. So Moore was about to switch the play. Didn't have an option, though, so he just handles it over the top back to Pendlebury. Makes it his problem. Great kick inside there from Pendlebury. Finds Harrison. Harrison played on. Didn't have an option, though, so he just gives it back to Pendlebury. Seems like Collingwood's get out of jail free card, this man. He drives a high ball towards the wing. Myercheck causes a contest, but it's straight down to Neil Bullen. He breaks the forward 80. Neil push behind the play. Chandler gets a free kick downfield. It's a downfield free kick here for the Demons. It will be Cade Chandler. He's outside 50. Just taking a breath here. I don't know if he has this distance in him, Cade Chandler, but he's looking pretty confident at the moment. Eyes aren't really darting too much. Can't really see it though. Tom Mitchell's in the way. Young man Cade Chandler has the jaw of an alpha male. Drives it long towards the top of the goal square. Up goes Grundy. Couldn't bring it down. Frampton happy to see it through for a behind. And it's 18 points to the difference. The Pies are going to need 4 goals to rip this game out of the Demons' grasp. Still 7 minutes to play. Nick Dacos takes the kick in. Oh, it's a poor kick, though. To the feet of Pendlebury. Here comes Pickett with the pressure. Off to Fritsch to ice this one on the big freeze. He hooks it too much. Another behind for the Demons. 19 points the difference. Player down behind play. It's Taylor Adams. He's slow to get up. Gets him up slowly, Taylor Adams. He's going to come off it seems. Had a bit of a head knock, it looks like. Tried to come off his across the body of Fritsch. Just couldn't get there. I think he's just a bit winded, actually, Taylor Adams. The doctor walks away from him, and it looks like he'll be okay. So John Noble will take the free kick, take the kick in here. Goes long towards the members. It's very wide, this kick. Up goes Darcy Cameron. Couldn't bring it down. On the ground, though, gathers it. Under his legs. Demons hold it in. Stoppage is called. This would be a massive win for the Demons. They haven't had a very good month. They lost to the Power. They've lost 2 of their past 3 games. They didn't play that well against Carlton, but this would be a massive win against one of the premiership favourites. Another stoppage on the wing. Especially without their best player, arguably their best player in Clayton Oliver. 83,000 people at the game this afternoon. Umpire throws it in. Free kick's being ripped out here. Got a free kick to Collingwood. Go Tom Mitchell's way. Been one of their best, Tom Mitchell. He plays on at half-back. Drives the high ball towards the wing. It's in the middle of the ground, sort of. May reads it. Well, went up for it. Nearly got collected by Crisp. Now the Demons can go. Salem to Hunter. And now in short was Hibbard. And he finds Neil Bullen, who's been pretty big in this second half. So Neil Bullen now just taking a little bit of sting out of this one. Drives a high ball towards the forward 50. Cameron goes back with the flight. That was a great mark from Darcy. He gives it off to Noble. He breaks past Petrarca and takes a bounce, John Noble. He has some space now to work with. Drives a high ball to a 2-on-1. Mycheck did well. Rivers will gather it on the ground though. Hill puts on the pressure, gets it off to Sparrow. Sparrow works it back to Salem. Just puts a quick ball on the wing. It was a great option. Found Lockie Hunter. Still 5.5 minutes to go. There's time for the Pies. They will need 4 goals though. So Lockie Hunter plays on. He looks longer. High ball towards Max Gordon, a 2-on-1. Great work from Frampton. Cutting across, takes the mark. He knows he has to go. He's looking for the open side. Long, wide ball. Great work from Joel Smith, but even better from Murphy. Great mark. So now Murphy has Darcy Moore over the top, decides to switch it again. Goes to Frampton. Frampton goes in short, finds Maynard, who's got a bit of space now on the wing. He takes a good top 10 metres and kicks it long. 2-on-1 here is Bobby Hill. May drop the mark though. Hill on the ground. Has an option inside the forward 50. All on his own is Will Hoskin-Elliott. Wasn't the perfect play from the Pies, but May dropped an absolute soda. He takes that 9 times out of 10. And Collingwood capitalise, get it forward. Hoskin-Elliott a big chance to give his team slight hope. Only 19 points. They need 4 goals to win this one, the Pies. It all starts here. 30 metres out. Hoskin-Elliott misses an absolute sitter. Could that be the ball game? Didn't really kick through it there, Hoskin-Elliott. Came off the side of the boot, and it's a behind. Still 4 minutes to play. Stephen May will take the kick in. This will be going wide towards the... long and wide. Takes all the time he needs. Goes long to the members. 2-on-2, Van Rooyen. Did well to bring it to ground. Great work from Brayshaw. That was tough. Dacos grabbed it cleanly. Lipinski, tackled by Petrarca, almost dropped that one. Hunter out the back to Brayshaw. Brayshaw gets it turned over now. Adams draws it inside the forward 50. Cutting across nicely was May, left it behind. Harrison, off to Hoskin-Elliott. Steps Salem, snaps around the body to give the Pies hope. Goes to the goal square. Dropped the mark, McGuinness. And it's through for another behind. Just been a little bit out of sorts today, Reef McGuinness. He'll come on with time, but he should have really marked that in the goals in the forward pocket. 17 points, so now it's only 3 goals. Rivers drives it long down the wing. He goes for Gawn. Great mark from the big guy. He's an inspiration for the Melbourne Demons. Takes a big mark on the wing as he's done in his whole career. He plays on, drives it down the wing. He's looking for Van Rooyen. Great spoil from Frampton. It goes out of bounds. 3 minutes to go. 3 goals the Pies need to steal this one. Umpire throws it in once again. Gawn gets the tap out. Coming through as Chris left it behind. Gawn. Good handball. Finds Jordan. He works it back to Hunter. He drives it inside the forward 50. Hunter. On the ground was Quaynor. Just got a little tap onto it. Maynard gets the hands free just. This is the last chance here for the Pies. Chris streaming out of half back. Goes to Pendlebury. He's going to get dragged down by Smith. That was a throw. Play on. Crisp Gets the kick out wide. He finds Harrison. Not the best kick though. Harrison just taps it forward. Good play from the young guy. Now Hoskin Elliott picks it up cleanly. Gives a high ball inside the forward 50. Up goes Myercheck. It comes to ground. Now Rivers has some time. High ball down the wing to a one-on-one. Great work from Murphy. Couldn't mark it though. It sits under him. Van Rooyen brings him to ground. Umpire pulls it up. 2.5 minutes to go. Demons are almost there. Umpire throws it up. Gawn taps it down to Petrarca. Gets the clearance. High ball towards the wing. Quaynor reads it well. Takes the mark. He's been brilliant today, Isaac Quaynor. He plays on. He goes with a high ball towards the 50. Up goes Gawn. Should have marked it. Well enough from Harrison to cause a contest. Cameron gathers it. Gets tackled well. Adams gives it through to Harrison. He's been okay in a few moments. Myercheck couldn't grab it. Sparrow, free kick's been ripped out. It's going to go to Myercheck. Harrison's down right now. He's not looking the greatest, Harrison. They might have to stop the play here. Brody Myercheck, though, is going to take the kick. From outside 50, Brody Myercheck to give the Pies some hope. He drives it towards goal. He's left it out to the right. And that may be all she wrote. Harrison gets to his feet slowly. I think he's just winded. He gets to his feet now. He's walking away from the contest. He'll come off to the bench. He's done very well today, Harrison. He kicked the goal early. There's not much he can do now. Frampton knocks it down to Crisp, and now Adams nearly breaks away from Petrarca. Got one in the back. That'll be a free kick to Collingwood. Minute and a half to go. Adams plays on. He drives it inside the forward 50 with an absolute tumble punt. Great mark from Myercheck. He's got to go back quickly and kick this goal. There's still a bit of time left. There'll be over a minute if he kicks the goal quickly. Minute 17 on the clock at the moment. If they can get a goal, get a quick clearance here, there may be a chance here, the Pies. Myercheck now quickly runs in to keep the Pies somewhat alive. Kicks towards goal. That's a goal for Collingwood. Good finish from Myercheck. There's slight hope. The next stoppage is massive for the Pies. "58 seconds to go." To be honest, I think Myercheck should have taken the kick a bit quicker. But nonetheless, they've got a bit of time left. "10-point lead to the Demons. That's the 10 behinds they have extra to the Pies. 58 seconds to go. Collingwood have to get this clearance to have any chance in this one. It was a really bad kick, I think, from Adams coming off the boot, but it was the right location. If anyone can do it, it's Collingwood at this stage. Darcy Cameron will be coming off with the blood rule, so he won't have any more influence on this game. Mason Cox goes into the middle of the ground. Melbourne may well have taken a big scalp in 2023 if they continue the last 58 seconds they have for this second half. Max Gawn in the middle of the ground. Umpire thumps it down in the middle. Cox taps it at the back. Coming through was Dacos. Got at the hands. Mitchell. He drives it towards the forward 50 now for the Pies. High ball for Lever, who's held. Play on's the call. Markov drives it inside the forward 50. High ball towards. Up goes Hoskin Elliott. Couldn't bring it down. Bobby Hill can't gather it. Hoskin Elliott and Fritz fighting for the football. He's dragged down. Stoppage will be called. 25 out from the Collingwood goal. This stoppage has to be a goal for the Pies. There's 36 seconds left. If they get a quick one here, they are a slight chance, the Pies. Cox gets a little tap down. Petrarca coming through Hill. Gets at the handle at the back. Nick Dacos to give the Pies hope. He's done it. There's some chance here for the Pies. Nick Dacos kicks a brilliant goal. There's 26 seconds to go. They couldn't, could they? This would be a massive comeback. This game has met all the expectations. What a goal from Nick Dacos. Probably hasn't had his best day, but he has his moment. What a game of football. Game of the year. One of the games of the year. 26 seconds. There's a chance from the middle. Back in the middle now. Let's see what they can do. From the bounce. Gets a little tap down. Mitchell coming through. Left the ball behind. Then got the ball almost free. Gorn can't gather it. Nick Dacos dives in. Viney immediately met. Can't get a free kick. Umpire pulls it up. 14 seconds to go. Can the Pies get it forward? Can the D's hold on? Umpire throws it up. Coming through was Viney. He's been brilliant today, Jack Viney. He gets the ball forward. The Demons are going to win. What a massive game on Big Freeze 9. The Demons will win one of the matches of their season. The Demons are home. They win a massive game of football. What a massive game of Australian rules football. The Demons are home. What a finish. The Pies get 2 late goals to almost steal the victory. But the Demons held strong. And to be fair, they were the best team today. Massive win from the Demons. Final score, 8 goals, 18 to the Demons, 66. They had their chances. They just held on. And the Pies, who were gallant in defeat, 9 goals, 8, 62. Massive game today, guys. Last game of round 13. Really setting up for the second half of the season. But that's all from me today, guys. We'll have a podcast out probably late tomorrow, if not Wednesday morning. Hope you guys have a good one. If you guys are Melbourne supporters, congratulations if you're Collingwood. You played well today. Still probably the favourite for the premiership. So don't be too sad about that. Thanks for watching today, guys. And I'll catch you